Hello guys.
Yo,
Only
yo, yo.
I see 22 of you there, joining us from various channels. Tana is going to be with us soon. He's got some issues with his PC, but he will be with us soon. Wait.
Ah, sorry,
Hello,
sorry.
Jared. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Sam. See you often also. You got join the Kuching drives or not?
Hello,
Moza.
Jared.
Thanks for coming in.
Yo, yo.
Probably that must
Oh,
be from you, right?
sorry.
Hi. That just now was you, right? Playing the.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
guys.
I opened another window.
Hmm. Sian Lim,
Yo,
Hafiz,
yo.
Mugilan, a lot of familiar names. Good
Anthony.
to see you guys. Glad to have you guys joining us every Monday night. How to join us? How to join you guys on drives? Just come out,
Uh,
bro.
yeah, Saturday, Sunday morning, 6 plus at our Evo Club Tri Station.
Yeah,
There will be people there. Lah.
yeah. But of course, just bear in mind.
Hey, Con.
Good, yeah.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Tana,
Yo, Tana.
welcome.
Ah,
Ah,
Yeah,
nice to
bro.
be broadcasting from a Ferrari, eh?
well, I mean, it's one thing interesting is that Bobby, you were saying about the Ferrari, yeah. I
Uh-huh.
think I grew up Ferrari being like just like the whole motorsport. It's fast. It's the whole like it's motorsport lah. Ferrari was motorsport lah, you know.
Yeah.
But I think today Ferrari has come to a point is Ferrari is luxury. And I think the Portofino and the Roma is a start of that. You know, it's
The
just
Roma lah, especially the Roma.
yeah. And I think the
Portofino not
Portofino
so much.
Portofino I think has that whole lifestyle, you know, it's
Yeah.
lifestyle top the top, you know. So it's
Mm.
not just performance, although it's there, but
Mm.
fantastic, man. I love it. Love it. Can't afford it, but
The
love it.
weekend. How's your weekend, Tana?
Can't
My
afford
weekend,
it yet.
you know what? My weekend, you know, it's interesting you brought up this topic today about the whole your weekend drive thing.
Uh-huh.
Every weekend after MC open up, I
Mm.
am suffering because my car isn't ready to go out driving. You know, all of you are going out. I'm going like, fuck, you know. You know? So so it hurts so bad, not able to
Oh,
join
dear.
you
Now,
guys.
what is working in your garage right now?
Right now, the only thing that was working 100% is the Almira. Everything else is broken. Everything else, including the Myvi.
What?
The Myvi's aircon doesn't work.
Okay.
The Ford Everest injector, it
Okay.
was fixed. I sent back. Something else have happened now, so it's still there. The Porsche,
Well,
the Porsche is a story today. For today, the Porsche was. I said no lah. I said I have enough losses. I need to win today. I need to win this week. I need to win. So the guy called me up. I said, "Yep." I went there today. Mike and I went to the shop. So I went with
Yeah.
Mike to pick up the car. The idea was Mike gonna leave his car in a place and go and drive back together. Car started up, all okay, driving. We were to the car, pump petrol, everything is good. Okay lah. Come back to the place, start again. Car died. The battery is flat.
Oh,
Battery is
well,
flat
dear.
lah.
battery flat
Then,
lah.
then I was like, okay lah, battery flat. I mean, like, not just changing battery. Changing battery, I saw the side mirror. I said, hey, how come I'm loose? And I pressed, and
Ah.
suddenly the side mirror just dropped off. So it's like, I don't know, I can't drive it now lah, because if I drive it now, it falls.
Oh.
The side mirror is 1,000 ringgit if I buy. So I figured, okay lah, keep it there. I'll come Wednesday or Tuesday and get it.
What did you say?
Pardon? Yeah, so I mean, it's not a big issue, but the car's driving, is working. Now I'm in the midst of, oh, there we are. The pictures is there. You might see the new picture. Like, this is a very weird picture, but yeah, the car's driving and running. It's okay. It's fine. The tires are 10 years old, so I want to show everybody what a 10-year-old tire looks like. You know, that's how bad the old owner took care of the car. It's a 2012
Damn.
tires, you know, cracking and all that. You know.
What car?
So
What
yeah,
car?
the Porsche Boxster.
Oh.
Yep.
Nana,
Hmm.
I just want to ask, right, that 944 underneath,
Yep.
Was the number plate WCH?
I don't know. I can see my video, like I can see that way. Rewinding
I'm
it
curious because I was once rear-ended by WCH 944 before.
Really?
Was it a Porsche?
It was this car. It was this very
Oh,
model. I'm not sure whether is it still this car or not.
could be,
And
could
this
be,
color.
Yeah.
could be.
I
Most,
can't remember. The color could have been resprayed.
yeah, most
That's,
likely lah.
Yeah, well,
that's Tana, that's con. He cannot remember the color, but he can remember the plate.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a good news that the car's running. The car's peppy, but I'm running very scary because the tires are 10 years old and it's a 17-inch rim, so very weird configuration.
what's the size?
Like the rear is 255 something like, so it's 255.
Oh, the tires were 10-year-old.
The tires 10 years old.
I was wondering, is that what Porsche you were saying 10-year-old? Your Boxer at least
No,
20-year-old.
The tires were 10 years old from 2012.
Oh my
That's how
God.
bad it was. Yeah, you learn about after.
You know what, Tana?
Yeah.
Imagine the owner said, "There's a reason I sprayed to the color of a lemon."
No, it's not lemon. The rear is 255 40 17. The front is 205 50 17. Wow.
Oh, damn.
205 and 205.
Both front and rear are weird sizes, eh?
Yeah, so I'm still looking out for rims now. I found one Cayman rims. So I'll pick up the Cayman rim and put 18-inch on it. So there you go. That's the update on it.
That rear size, right, is the same size that they use on the M Sport E39s. Very rare size. A lot of the people in my group, right, they're very pening one when it comes to the rear tires.
Yeah. So yeah.
But your front also is a damn weird size, like 205
40
17
205
inches.
40 17. Yeah, it's a very weird size, but I'm going 18
weird size, man.
I'm going 18 inch. I'm going the Cayman rim for now, and then deal with the rest later on, Yeah, but okay lah, timing it. So yeah, coming back to the story lah. I feel so hurtful. Like last week, they went Evo up. I was like, I wish I could go. I feel so sad. I cannot go. Yeah, it's an amazing feeling to go out driving on weekends. And I guys, if you're listening, those people never drive before, please go. Even if you go alone, drive on a weekend, early morning. It's so much fun.
Yeah. I think your solution right now is right. You need to go muda. You need to pick something up immediately. In driving condition.
No, Con. This is the second one. This one, it's
oh my God! I almost forgotten about this car, man.
Yeah, it's now 10 days for the thing to arrive in Malaysia, the small little valve for the second time. The shipment failed once. It was missing. I'm having it shipped again. The small little valve. But yeah.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? You have two similar cars.
I'm gonna leave it to the audience. I'm gonna have both cars, pro and cons, do a video on it, and see what the audience tells me which I should keep. I hope. I don't know. Actually, both I'm actually liking it. I mean, today I drove the Porsche Boxer for the first time in 3 years. In 3 years, actually on the roads in Ara, and the pickup was good. Shifted well. It was nice. It was peppy. It wasn't sluggish that I thought it was. So yeah. So don't know. Maybe I must ask Bobby to review. Bobby, pick. He'll say neither. Grand Cabrio.
No, I'll drive anyone that you ask me to. So the MG is also mid-engine rear-wheel drive.
Yes, they're both they're both mid-engine. They're both rear-wheel drive. They're both manuals. And that one, they're both from 1997.
Oh,
that. And the best part is, if you see a video from Top Gear, there's a video where they compared the mid-engine, all that the phrase back then. So Jeremy Clarkson did the video. So he reviewed the it was a sport. I think it was a small sport convertible and stuff. He had the MX-5. He had the MGF. He had the so few of the cars there I have So maybe complete the range.
Gila lah you. Ayo.
No. I told my wife, I'm going to drive it. I'm going to drive it, enjoy it for a year, do it up. Today I went to a paint shop to look at options and stuff. I want to keep it keep it nice. Yeah,
What color are you
The
painting?
Boxster lah, bro. Keep the
I'm
Boxster.
actually thinking of doing it stock, the same color. Sorry.
This is the stock color, right?
No.
For your car.
No.
Your
So
original color was what?
so this color is the speed yellow. This is a very common yellow for the Porsches in general. My
Yeah.
color, it was that year they said, let's try something different. So they tried a pale pastel yellow. You know how you got Nado green now, not Nado gray now. so they tried pastel yellow back then. So only 3% of all Porsche Boxsters sold in that year had that color. No other year had the color. So it's a very unique color. So it's a bit sad to change the color out of that one-off color. It's a very calming yellow. I don't know how to describe it. You must see in person.
Okay, here's another suggestion for you, Tana, from Jeremy.
There we are. This is the color. See, this color isn't faded. No, you think it's faded? No, it's not faded. This is the color.
Oh
It's
my
a
god!
pastel.
Yeah, this. So your
I
car
know
is
this color.
Mm,
I knew about this color.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very quaint.
yeah, but it does look like it's been neglected under the sun for 20 years.
But it's not. That is the color. If you go up closer, I can see it's all shiny. But that is the color. It's
So that means this car is a car that it encourages you to neglect it.
oh yes, oh yes. Interesting color.
Yeah, but you can come out, you can just join any car,
No lah, Bobby. I've made my thing. My mind it was like, you know what? Last week supposed to be actually I went to pick up the car on Saturday. I went to Saturday to pick up the car. Wife said I don't want to drive back alone, so I was like, okay, never mind lah. So I left the car there and I came back with the other car. But in my mind I was like, no lah, this Sunday I must drive. I must get the Porsche out to drive because I've had too many hits. I need a win. And I think driving on the weekend is like that. Like it's a win lah. Like Bobby said lah. See, but Bobby say what? Like Bobby say, if your car starts in the morning, it's a win for Italian. Something similar, like it starts and drives for it's a win, man.
Sunday I wasn't. Saturday I went out and drive. I didn't think that Sunday I want to go out and drive. I thought I want to sleep. Then Saturday night, a friend texted me. He just bought a 911.
Cool.
Yeah. So he was like, "Hey, bro, ajak me out for drives next time." And I was like, "Oh, nice." Then he sent me a picture. Just bought this. He said he cannot tahan. So
The
he
head
bought
one,
the 991.2. So
nice.
So I was like, want to drive okay tomorrow got one go lah. Then I was like, I a bit dragged myself lah. But it turned out to be a rather enjoyable drive.
Eventful too.
Yeah. We didn't join the big group. We went with the smaller group. So
Yeah.
On another note, I went car shopping on Saturday for my wife.
Hey,
Tell us about it.
I don't know whether I should lah. I mean, I'll keep it a secret lah. But basically, it's a BMW lah. It's a BMW for the wife.
You paid deposit already, no?
No. But it's there, and the other one is arriving because I got two units to look at. The other unit is arriving, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday. Once it arrives, I pick which unit and I'll pay the booking and I'll get it. So I'm quite sad why this. Once you know what I'm buying, you're like, typical Tana.
So bought already lah.
Consider bought lah. Yeah.
It's just a question of which one.
Which unit lah? One unit is in JB. They're bringing up from JB to have a look.
Right.
Wow.
One unit.
You're buying from a premium section,
Yes, correct.
Oh, nice.
It's a good deal because if you think about it, they give you the warranty and the fact that they check the car out, the mileages are low. You pay a small premium, but I think it's a good premium to pay lah.
It's peace of mind. At the end of the day, right? It's worth paying that little bit more for peace of mind.
Like I tell you, Connor, like we go out and we tell people, oh, buy this car, and I can tell you only, like in general, a particular car. When you go down to a particular model and go in, a lot of things to think about. Things to think about, like the warranty and this and what year. There's a lot of nuances. which when you go to BMW itself, they're open to share with you. For them, nothing, ma. They'll share with you everything A to Z. So yeah, Tana shopping for car like buying veggie in pasar. Just pick. Which is why when Bobby said that Tana come buy, look at car, I said no, no, Bobby. If I go, my people very very low, I may buy it. So I don't go. I cannot go shopping for cars.
We should at least go and smell the Maserati.
Bro,
You don't need to touch it. You don't need to touch it. Just smell it. You know.
Bobby, can you call my phone for
Yes.
me? Call my number. Call my
Call
number.
who?
Call my handphone number.
Call your handphone number.
Yeah, call my 002.
Oh my God!
want
I
you
have a
to-
feeling I know what's happening here.
Okay, I'll keep quiet.
So yeah, so that's my ringtone. So you don't tell me that I haven't been thinking about it every single day. It's my ringtone, man.
Yeah. Hey, good.
Bobby, I wanted, I need to clear some stuff out. You know what I'm talking about, and some, and then move things around, and then, yeah, let's see how lah. But yeah, I'm, you know why the Maserati I kind of I'm leaning towards it because it's also it's a fixer upper because you know what, I have a feeling that the Maserati will fail, and something about the car failing, it's attracting me to it.
Wow, this is glorious.
Okay, this one overpriced. 4.2. Overpriced.
The 4.7, the S is okay lah.
Yeah,
Mine
should be
lah.
4.7. That means this one, even the year. I mean,
What year is this?
no, 4.2 is the earlier years,
Oh, but this is 2013, Bobby.
and provided he put the wrong year lah. 2013 got no 4.2 anymore. Only 4.7.
I thought the
If I'm
S
not
was
wrong.
the 4.7.
Oh, they still make the normal. Cannot be.
Yeah, yeah. The S is the Gran Turismo S is the 4.7. The 4.2 was this one.
Okay. That
And
is
then
my
they came,
mind.
and then they have the MC. The MC was, I think, a different gearbox and stuff. Then they got automated and stuff. Yeah.
No, I get the 4.7.
4.7. If you're gonna go out, just get the a nice engine and then do it.
That's
I'm
Jeffrey
already-
James from Ferrari. He said, "Love your background, Tana."
Thanks, man. I actually went and took the phone right up to the windscreen and took a picture. I couldn't get any wider. I urge everybody out there, if you're doing calls, go find your dream car, put your image like this, so each time you go on a call, like, wow, they see dream, man. This guy is dreaming big.
But somehow yours, right? I don't know why. Like you lift your hand up, it won't cut your hand off. And
you know why?
Is it Conman?
You know why?
Because
Why?
he used a proper green screen.
Yes.
Ah.
I've got a green screen behind, Bobby. See, you can see the green?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
What question is this? Oh, very simple. It's near my house.
and they are a place you can trust, reputable.
Okay lah. My RS6 is still there. So that day after the palm oil field drive, my front right disc brakes was making a weird noise. Like it's like a weird noise. Like I brake, it's okay, but towards the car fully stopping, it will make that kind of sound, like metal scrubbing, kind of like it's not a pleasurable sound. And of course I'm very worried with I need to make sure what's going on, because one of those ceramic disc brakes can buy a MyV. All right, each can buy a MyV. So
and not under warranty, right?
Of course, not under warranty.
Brake is not a warranty one, bro.
Something
No,
it's
it's not under warranty. Yeah. No, these brakes are under warranty.
Yeah.
So I brought it to Prestige, and they really took the trouble. It's like one of those mystery case, It's like they just couldn't figure out what went wrong. They took out the caliper, they serviced the caliper, they changed the brake pads. They and it's a ceramic, it's a carbon ceramic disc brake, and then it's not like you can skim it or whatnot, right? And basically took out the whole thing, just trying to see what went wrong. Nothing. They couldn't find anything. Then for some weird reasons, they tried to swap left to right, which is not supposed to be the case because ceramic discs are directional. So they have those blades in the middle that directs air, and they are directional. But after they swap left to right, there's no sound, you know, and it's just so weird. It's one of those really weird cases. So it's been how many days now? They're still trying to figure it out for me. So what I like about them is that they really took the trouble to try and solve things for customers. So at the end, to me, judging between I'm no way I'm gonna buy a brand new ceramic disc. I got the car came with it, and if something's wrong with the disc or brakes or what, I'm just gonna swap to metal brakes and all that because it's stupid to have carbon ceramic disc on an RS6. You don't go track with that car, right? Even when you go Ulu Yam and all that, you're not gonna use like 30% of what that caliper was designed to withstand. So at the end, I told myself I don't mind swapping them because I'm just gonna use it like a normal car. I'm not gonna brake until I need the vents to cool down those ceramics. So yeah.
Question to answer this guy John David again, about prices and proper shops. Put it this way, every failure point on a car that I've diagnosed and I've discovered is because I went to a good place. And when people try to go, let's go to the cheapest place for servicing, because they go and service and they get a car fast, I won't go there. Because servicing is when they take time to discover potential future issues.
Correct.
So if possible, you know what, servicing in, let's say, BMW has its benefits, for example, because why? They will take the time and they do the as per stock club. If you can't afford BMW, you go to like Prestige, whereby they do a good enough job like BMW. They check, even like, for example, like, hey, how come the screw missing? Hey, how come got a bit of like oil here in the corner here? They investigate because their motive is making money. You want to go to places where the motive is to make money properly, because they will investigate. This is what's happening. Because in the world economics is that when your motivation is to find issues, their motivation is to find any issues for you and solve for you. That's the economy. That's the proper economy. Don't go to a place whereby they give you, okay lah, this one got problem, am I cable tie lah, this one got problem, this one is am I like
exactly
10 minutes I service the car, go away.
Yeah.
Do not go to the places because that's where you'll pay more in the future. That's my mindset lah.
And for me, I never complain when the service center charges for labor, because at the end of the day, let's say like the service center, they charge you a labor 200 ringgit, 300 ringgit. I take the 200 ringgit and I give to you. Will you do it yourself or not? Will you take the time, the trouble, the effort, the tooling? I give you the tools to use that. Will you do it yourself or not? Assuming
remember the 335i?
Yeah.
Right? Everything
the
goes
red one.
The moment we jack it up, we look at the undercarriage, immediately I say this car service under this pokok Monday, under that pokok Tuesday, under the other pokok Wednesday. The nuts and bolts everywhere is like it's like different stuffs going on the undercarriage everywhere. That is a very good telltale sign that car has been serviced by a fucked up workshop lah.
So don't like, guys. Especially if you got like really Conti cars or Lexus or like cars that are nice cars, don't do that.
Once upon a time, I think this was at least 6-7 years ago. I almost bought a BMW E34 many years ago. We checked the car, right? The fellow, one side is facelift control arm, the other side is pre-facelift control arm. The shape and material of the control arm is different one,
Maybe he was driving NASCAR to go in circles, One side
The
from
left right control arm different one, huh?
Do you know statistically there are more right turns on racetracks than left turns?
Oh,
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, because you go, yeah, correct.
They are all clockwise.
Clockwise.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
The other thing I don't quite enjoy is like like we got the Audi Aces group, which I'm there, and they ask about where to go, cheaper service and stuff, and they will shop around, and I feel it's a bit unfair to the mechanics because you go to mechanic one day and they give you a good price for servicing, and and hope that any future thing they can come back to you. But when you have many guys and you keep going shopping, not one place, I feel the loyalty issue is also there. Like, if you're
Yeah.
loyal to one person or 2%, most likely they'll be honest with you. When you don't are loyal to your mechanics,
Actually, the important thing is to make the effort to build that trust
trust.
and relationship with the people who work on your car. Like
Mm.
Bobby, for example, you and Prestige, there is that trust between you. So I think it's a good idea, of course, to have like 3 or 4 service centers or mechanics,
Yep.
as your personal panel, but
Mm.
invest the time and effort to build
Mm.
a relationship and trust and
Mm.
respect
Mm.
with these few fellas.
Because
Yeah.
so I mean, one of the places that I go to is also a GMR center, warranty center, and and when I recommend people to go there, and they go there and
Yeah.
mention my name, they don't dare to f up the job because they know they f up the job will come back to me and there's an issue, so they're very
Yeah.
careful
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
there,
Yeah.
so I think what Bobby has done with Horizon, all that is a network of workshop we have.
Yep.
When you
Yep.
go there and you say you are an Evo Club member, the
Mm.
media person that Horizon has is so big that they don't dare to mess up the job. And that's
Basically,
why Chamber also has got this trust with them. Yeah, it's trust, all around.
trust. And personally, I wouldn't go to any workshop that not at least right 1 or 2 friends have went there with good experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
for the model.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, we have a lot of questions today.
Yeah.
Let's take one.
Flying past.
Start. Let's start with
Start.
Raymond. Under 100K between used Civic Turbo, BM318, and the X50, and a new X50. Used Civic Turbo, BMW 318, or a new X50.
X50 for me because I think the whole idea that it's new, it's high spec. The 318 with that engine, it's a bit. I mean,
The 318, in performance terms, the 318 is the most underwhelming lah.
no, I don't mind the performance, Bobby and Con. What got me a 318 was each time I get into it, I feel I'm poor.
Mm.
Like you get into it.
Yeah.
There's something about 318 because I mean again, I'm not saying anybody. The interior does feel like, I could have worked a bit more, 20K more. I could have bought this.
Yeah, it's the way they spec
so
the car.
respect the car, But F30 also has got one of the biggest platform for aftermarket kits, because few things will brighten up the car. Like for example, maybe aluminium, like a cover for the radio and stuff. And those things just add up and make it interesting. But yeah, my feeling is that the interior is a bit for the price, 100K new now considering. The Civic
Yeah.
also is quite nice. The X is nice. The 318 is a bit underwhelming. Interior,
Mm. Used Civic 100K. Don't spend 100K on the used Civic. Or the new one is coming.
Yeah.
Buy Accord instead.
Yeah. All right, this one G20. G20. I think just the 330i M Sport is not comfortable, man. All the others are comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so go ahead. All right. New C class. Don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
It's not
You don't know
clear
yet.
right? But Mercedes seems to be really on fire with their interior technology and all that. They're hell bent that they want to be ahead of everybody.
Mm.
So
Like no
so
comparison.
be ready for huge screens
Mhm.
on BMWs and Audis. They will
Oh
come.
yes. Yes.
They will come.
Yes.
When Mercedes are able to attract the buyers, the others will
Yeah.
follow suit. Yeah.
Bobby, on that electric version of the Mercedes, they got the EQS screen, whatever, the one screen
Yeah.
big floating, will that you
Yeah.
think flow on to the normal non-electric cars?
I believe so.
That will be fantastic. That is like so out of the world.
One day, because now, right, they don't have they the problem with car makers now is that there are lesser and lesser differentiating factors between an a 900,000 car versus a 300,000 car. You know,
Hmm.
the gap between them is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So they need something to visually tell you this is 900,000. That's why they put the screen like all over the whole dashboard.
See that?
But
Oh my
one
god.
day, because this is the electric S class, ma.
The EQS, is it?
Correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you.
electric S class.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is this a
So
car or a spaceship?
It's amazing.
I don't know lah.
I
It's
hate
like
I hate all the screens, but this is a piece of art. I won't buy it myself, but I look at it like, wow, this is so canggih lah.
You
yeah,
won't
it
mind.
makes
You
you
won't
feel
mind
that
if your friend turns up in one and pick you up, lah. Right? Basically.
Yeah. I mean, but me personally, maybe I'm old, I don't know, but I think if I want to predict the future, Bobby, I think
yeah.
there come a time when people will have a button there to say dark mode, and everything goes dark, and you can focus on the driving.
Yes, Tana, there's a
Hmm.
car that is currently selling in China. It's an
Hmm.
SUV,
See?
and it's not a premium SUV. The whole screen is all across the entire dashboard,
Hmm.
right? And it's about this height.
Yep.
And then when you go into autonomous mode, right, the whole dashboard rises up. And then to give you a much bigger screen real estate across the board for you to enjoy your media when it's like the whole dashboard moves up, you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, these guys are crazy. Man. I have no idea about the name. There are too many cars in China coming out with all these things. So yeah, it's getting crazy.
Hmm.
All right. 4 Series, bye.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Just like it looks like a 3 lah. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
My only problem with the 4 Series is not different enough.
Okay, this is something that I want to explain to a lot of people, right? You know, how they do pricing is that they look at this price point relates to these consumers, and then this price point relates to these consumers. Doesn't mean that the new one, like if the C200 now is about 260, 270, you can expect the new C200 to also be about 260, 270. Maybe they will go 280, but roughly that's about it. It's
Yeah.
not like the current one 300K, the new one will be 320. You know, then the new one 340. No, they don't. They replace the cars. You know, in
Yeah.
fact, I would say all the modern cars with all the screens, they might cost less to build.
Correct. Because
Yeah,
they only need to make one mold. They don't have to make, like dummy
True.
buttons and then
Yeah.
and then and then they have to engineer a tactile feel of each individual button. They
Yes,
don't have.
Right,
and
right.
and the C class is so sellable. That also means that Mercedes will immediately pursue a local assembly strategy, right? They will
Definitely.
immediately local assembly the car, and it will enjoy the tax savings, and then it should replace the current C200 price point. They always put cars into price points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, guys, shall we go for a quick break and we'll be back in a few minutes, in a couple of minutes.
oh, I go get some drinks.
Okay.
Ugh.
When I switched to Pro Mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro Mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less.
And we are back. Bobby is out having a drink. And guys, so Right below me on the screen here, we have Dominic, who is from E1 Racing. Hi, Dom. You're muted. So, guys, as you know, Evo Club Insurance is a proud sponsor of the E1 Race Championship Series, and Dominic today is our featured racer who's joining us today to share with us his experience and his insights. And this is his profile. He's with Stratus Motorsports. Your number is 333. Yeah.
Yep, correct. Yeah.
Hey, so okay. So this is you can see his racing CV here. China GTC Pro M champion 2018, 2019, America Endurance Race 2011, 2012, and Unity Rookie League second runner-up. So you have actual real world racing experience.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Wow.
Would you consider yourself the Asian Dominic Toretto, bro?
Hey, Con, did Dominic tell you he's my younger cousin brother?
Yeah, yes,
Well,
Huh?
right now. Hey, but Dominic, tell us what is it like, going from real world racing to sim racing? Is it more difficult or what? Because a lot of them say it's more challenging.
In a way, yes, because in real world we have more feedback from the car. You got from your body, from your butt. Whereas in sim racing, it's all virtual and just the steering wheel. So a lot of visual and just steering wheel feedback. So definitely you need to work on with less feedback. So it takes us more time to get used to it, especially with different games. Physics is some time to get used to it. Yeah.
Oh, Dominic,
So-
you need to speak louder, I think.
Oh, louder, okay.
Yeah, you need to
Better
speak
now?
a bit louder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so with I think with real life, you got more feedback from the car, whereas in the sim, it's more visual and only just a steering wheel feedback. So definitely, from real life coming to sim racing, we need to do more practice because it's less feedback. Then especially, definitely not so easy. You need more sit time. Then with the different games, takes some time.
How long have you been doing sim racing? You've been racing in the real world for quite a while, but how long have you started going into the sims?
Could you unmute Dominic?
You're muted, Dominic. Chiang, unmute him. Chiang.
Is it better?
Yeah, way better. Unmute.
Better now?
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah. So with sim driving, I've been using it as practice, but not so much racing. Only because of the lockdown last year that we've been doing quite a lot of racing. Yeah. So because we've been have a lot of time staying at home, so we needed some last time, so to spend a lot of time doing the sim racing. Yeah. Before that, it was not much. Just more to learn the track, then you go to new tracks, just use it to learn. Not so much of the racing. Yeah. So got more involved during the lockdown. Yeah.
I always had a question, Dominic. Like people who are, I guess, a lot of young guys are into sim racing. People like me who are age is against me, I guess. How easy is someone who's older, like myself, to get into sim racing?
I think most of the sim racers are older because they are the one who can afford the better equipment. Yeah. So the higher end equipment is not not like, to be fair, not like Dota's where you buy mouse and keyboard. So sim racing, you need to go proper and to get some proper equipment. So definitely, most of the Malaysians, the one who get better gears are they are older, 20 plus to 30 plus.
Okay.
We don't have young sim racers. We do have some, but very rare in the community where they are under 20. Not all parents is willing to fork out so much money to buy the whole, the rig for them to play. So most of the sim racers are enthusiasts, I would say, in the community. Yeah. So then they really want to enjoy. Then they really practice a lot, and they become quite fast. Yeah. It's all about how much time you spend on the playing it. Yeah.
I feel young, Bobby.
Yeah.
So how much practice time do you spend on the sims? weekly or daily? How often do you?
I think I'm not so much. I think even 2-3 hours I feel is a bit too much. But some of the pro sims they spend maybe 5 to 8 hours a day playing every day.
Wow.
Like a job, yeah. So I think
Actually,
like my keep, yeah. They do more.
Actually, that kind of time, duration of time, right, in front of the screen, I don't know, man. For me right now, that sounds quite daunting. Eh?
Yeah, so even when we were younger, we can play game, we can play whole day, but now as we get older,
Correct.
you don't enjoy so much time with the screen, yeah. Like the younger days, yeah.
But what would you say is the most challenging, adjustment for you going from real world racing to sim, competitive from a competitive standpoint? How difficult it is to what's the most difficult part of it?
The first part would be the less feel, and then especially the view. In real life, you got your view from your peripheral view. In the game, you just see the screen. So, and I do not have those who have 3 screens where they can see everything. So, some I got to sort of imagine or assume they are there. So, we tend to have more contact, and then plus sim racing, there's no fear, so they tend to be more touching here and there. Yeah, a bit harder to judge. So, even the last mistake, bumping people off. Yeah, so.
But maybe looking at it from the other side of the coin, right? How closely does sim racing mimic real world racing for you?
I think firstly the theory wise is good, one thing, because whatever you learn in sim racing theoretically, you can put it to the track, the real track. How you learn to drive. Some people learn by systematic way, some learn by feel. So if you drive by systematic way, you can actually bring it from the sim go into real life. So and then in the sim is unlimited practice in a way. Where else when you go real life, there's a lot of cost. You pay for tires, pay for brakes, fuel.
Correct. Track rental, don't forget.
Or the rental. Then your car, a lot of wear and tear.
Basically, there's no way you can practice 5-6 hours a day in the real world track. No
you
way.
Can loaded if you got a lot of sponsors, yeah.
Loaded doesn't begin to describe it.
That would be the ideal, but yeah.
How long you've been professionally racing?
I wouldn't say I've been professionally, but I've been doing it since I was young. I started from go-karts. Then from there, I slowly went up the tier. Like play badminton, you go through the junior circuits, and you come up the ranking. So yeah, so I went up through from go-karts, I went to cars. Then lucky enough, I was picked up by Petronas into their Petronas Formula Experience, which is their racing school, where they give every year opportunity to 10 drivers to go through their training. Then they pick the top 3 to go and race in Asia. Nice. So I was fortunate to got the opportunity from them. Yeah. So from there, luckily, then I could go through the ranks, the Formula, BMW, then went through Japan to race in their touring car and their GT program. Yeah. Wow. So I was luckily in that sense. If not, I would no way that was that possible for me to push unless I have a big sponsor with me. Because in racing, you need funding. Racing, you need funding. No matter how talented you are, you still need the funding. They can be lucky where someone is willing to put you in, but most of the time it's all about the money you can bring in.
Yeah, man. Burn money like crazy.
It's money, yes. Even F1 now, if you want to be F1 driver, you can be very good. But if you have, let's say, a big sponsor, very highly likely you can be one. Yeah. In Malaysia, we have a few top drivers, but we didn't have our Malaysian drivers. I think Jasman, he could have easily gone into F1, but without the big sponsors, very hard.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize that.
Yeah, correct.
It's not, it's skills, it's talent. No, it's money.
And also, even if you enter F1, if you don't enter a good team, then they'll blame the driver. But the team, everything is also part and parcel of it.
So it's sometimes timing and luck as well. Then plus.
F1, right? Getting there is already a big win. Managing to get in there is already a win.
Yeah. The amount of money you just spend to go in there, so it's.
What do you do full time? What do you do full time?
Full time, I'm doing. I'm working in a company supplying ready-mix concrete. So it's a ready-mix concrete. It's probably with drums behind. So I'm taking care of the operations of the company. To doing the operations. That's my full-time job. Yeah. Not racing, unfortunately. I would like to be, but unfortunately, yeah. not, not
So let me
easy.
ask
Yeah.
you. I have a question. I mean, like, sim racing in a way makes it more democratic way of racing because like everybody has a chance to race, like,
Yes, correct.
you're on the same thing in race. What are your thoughts on in the real world, whereby some championships are done with similar cars, very very tight controls of the body, the parts, and all that stuff, and some of them obviously like pushing it F1. Everybody's a bit different. What's your thought? Should it be all anybody can do their own and should develop their own skill set, or would you think that there'll be a push to kind of standardize what cars they're racing?
One big race lah.
So I think it depends as well. Of course, from a technological point of view, you always want the manufacturer teams to push it to the boundaries. Then hopefully some can be translated to road car.
Yep.
Whereas if you do it one make, then there will be not much of development. So it depends how you see it. Like V8 supercars, there's not much development being brought into real life cars. But where F1, some of their things, like what Mercedes is doing with their engine and their turbo design, they slowly bring it the filter. Although it take long time, but at least it's more relatable to the road car.
As
So
a
it
driver,
depends.
what's your take? What would you prefer?
Well, if you're in the best team, of course, you will think it's the best team. If you're in the best team, yeah, you of course want that, right? So, if you are, if you are not in the top team, then you of course want to fix. So
Correct.
it's obvious when you can. It's for it can be a selfish reason,
Yeah.
because you can get more result, So it depends actually, In the highest level, of course, you want the technological development. But the lowest, maybe you want it to be more standardized, where the cost, so that more people can do it. They allow more people to do it. So with more people doing it, then the level, the commercially as well, will be cheaper. Hopefully,
You want to balance between promoting technological and engineering development versus accessibility to the drivers.
Yes. So racing now is getting more and more expensive compared to 20, 30 years ago. Back then,
it was already expensive to start with.
And now it's even more. Even like go-kart now, I think you would see news that Vettel and all, they're talking about the cost for go-karting is going so high. It's really real.
Yep.
To race in Euro 1 year is ringgit is more than $1 million just to race go-kart. So the cost is going already crazy.
And even in Malaysia, I think the trend is there because my friends in another Audi group, they went for this thing like you can go in a group and race for endurance race. And they went there, normal wear helmet. They went there and all that. Okay, bro, let's go, bro. And other team came, got helmet, got walkie-talkie inside. Hey, bro, got mechanic there. They got everything. They got jacket. They're like, shit, I'm in the wrong place. So even not competitive, but like in the team, like small events in KL itself, it's getting competitive, very competitive.
Oh yeah, very.
Yeah,
it's good. I think in the way for commercial, for the grassroots, it's good to have. Then you see a lot of people enthusiasts really going into it. You have more of the grassroots, then you come. Hopefully, more comes up to the higher level, which we hope. But recently, the grassroots has been not doing so well. Fortunately,
not lah. I mean, I don't see a future in grassroots racing in Malaysia because of the extremely prohibitive costs of Sepang, right?
Everything with the go-kart
Half a
cost.
day, 30,000-40,000. How? Right? It doesn't. Yes, Dominic, you're
relatively it's still cheaper than other countries. If you were to talk about cost for half a day, like China, I've been to China. All the tracks are even the worse than Sepang. The conditions they're charging double or triple, or like it is in Japan. So actually, our track is one of the cheapest to. Let's say even if you just go for 1 hour session, it's one of the cheapest worldwide for that kind of facility So you pay maybe $300-400 for like 15 minutes. So
but that's a track day, right? That one is track day. What I mean is competitive grassroots racing. Right?
Oh, racing, okay.
It seems like there's not much of a future. There are no audience. No audience means no sponsors, right? So the whole thing it has become like a self-funded. You just go in there and burn your own money. That's it. There's no career progression per se. You can't like in US, every small town, okay, small city, literally every city has a racetrack, right? And slightly bigger towns, they have a racetrack. And there are people who does it for a living, racing school buses, you know, racing buses. You just can't in Malaysia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yes, definitely that's true. Yeah. Compared even when I went to overseas, yeah, it's unfortunately without the audience, so you cannot justify for the sponsors to put the money in.
Yeah, lor. Yeah, lor.
Yeah, nobody will hit the track.
I
So
think it's a whole circle, Bobby. If you think about, I think it begins with our road tax being prohibitive, not allowing us to buy bigger engines. It begins with us not the rules of modifying cars, not allowing people to kind of work on their cars. Because when people work on their cars, they want to go test their cars, you know. So I think it begins with that, and then it will trickle down to what happens, you know. But we are so limited in Malaysia, you know. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
well, I think audience modifying is still privately funded. Well,
Private
what
funded.
Bobby mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, correct. I mean,
once
once you have that kind of
sponsor come in,
once you have that kind of accessibility is there, I think people will. I mean, like put this way, like, I mean, I think at my, I mean, I'm older actually from all of you. Like, no, at my age group, people who are doing the cars are still there. But the more I think when I look at people who are younger in the 20s, people are not wanting to go to modification now. They are looking, say, no, let's buy stock, let's buy new. They are coming out of it in Malaysia. Whereas overseas, people are still into it, new generation are coming into it. There's always a new pattern, new scene is there. But in Malaysia, I think the younger generation are coming out of it. As the cars getting better and better, new cars are there, getting cheaper and cheaper. So, you know, I don't know the future. You know?
but I think even like Japan, when I was there, they were saying like even HKS also, they were
Yeah,
the sales was
exactly.
coming down.
Oh,
The new generation were not interested in cars as back then. What I hear from my team manager in Japan, even in Japan back then, the first thing you dream is to own a car. But I think, of course, now current generation, they don't dream to own a car. Maybe a new phone or something else.
I have a theory. I have a theory. Because of the whole tax thing with K cars, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So Japan, the working adults, they are all in K cars.
Okay.
So imagine you are a kid growing up, right? You look at your father figure, you know, so manly. It's like every day speak to you like that, you know, like super manly. Then he walk out of the door, right? He squeeze into his little K car, and then he just like, go to work. That father image, that image is like, screw cars, man. Yeah. It's so emasculating, you know. It's like,
yeah.
how do you expect a kid to dream of? You look at that. My dad,
Honda Inbox.
right?
Very popular there. Yeah. Everywhere, almost everywhere you can see them. Yeah. All the K cars. Yeah. Fortunately, I think So the more sponsors. Yeah. And unfortunately, all the racings are all privately funded. Yeah.
What's your thought on MSF, Makmuk? I mean, sorry, Makmuk here, MSF.
I think MSF is very good for the grassroots. They've been doing their Pokun Saras and all. So they've been getting a very good number of fuel. So they
thank God for them.
They improve accessibility for everyone to come in. So that's very good what they did, I think. Of course, there are certain things that can be still improved in terms of the level and also the maybe more of the stewarding for the level to come up higher. But it's okay. But it's had to start from somewhere. You can't criticize everything. You let it grow, then it will grow over time. So, but it's good that what MSF is doing definitely. Because definitely without MSF, the grid was dying. I will put it that. Without MCS.
I think the thing is how to fill up those seats behind.
Yeah.
But it's ongoing. Yeah, it's the ongoing. I would say even overseas is the same. Even in Asian countries, I put it I put it Asian country because even when I go overseas, even in Japan and all, only F1 yes is full, but we go the normal series where I used to race. There's only like maybe 5,000 to 10,000 people coming unless Super GT, Super GT of course the highest, but our lower tier series that I was doing, Super Taikyu, we only had 5 to 10 over the weekend. So the Asian countries don't tend to have, because I guess sports is not in our culture as with the Europeans, I put it, or the Americans, where they are really, they it's like a family trip for them to go to the track,
Yes.
Yeah.
they have a beer.
The thing is this, Dominic, the thing is this, in Europe, right, they treat racing as a race weekend. They treat race weekend as an outing. The family would go there. There are things to do. You watch the races. There are stuff to do over there. I mean, that can only happen with a collaborative vision from
for
the
the whole
racetrack operators and the people who ran the racetrack to do their events. Like MSF. MSF put in such good effort, but did Sepang put in any effort? Or Sepang just treat it as someone rented our facility and I just want to collect that. I just want to collect the rental. That's it. If your vision only limits until that rental, right, these things won't go far. The things that Sepang needs to do is to have a holistic calendar in planning events, getting the TV stations or online personas to go there and hype the whole thing up to make it happening enough that will attract people. I mean, if Big Bad Wolf can attract people with books, right? Sepang ought to attract people with cars. That's the thing.
Yeah, man.
Have they been putting any effort? I don't see it.
Effort. It's the effort. Bobby, you nailed it. It's the effort.
Yes, I mean, when I go there to watch MSF, right? I go to the grandstand. I sit at the grandstand there and look around. Is that what is there that Sepang would have do?
Because
that's the
because
problem.
you see, right, you're like MSF, right? Whatever race also in Sepang, you sit there, the car one round, right? You wait another 2 minutes before the it comes around again. So what do you do in between? When the crowd of cars are passing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you won't see.
Exactly.
Normally don't. Yeah, most of the normal. In a way, now now better as he has some Facebook Live, but before that there was no Facebook Live. We just there was nothing at all in terms of coverage for most of the series. But yeah, I agree in a way. Yes, promotion part is something that has been quite even when we have international series that come in. There's no coverage about it. You wouldn't know there's let's say a Ferrari series came or there's a
Exactly.
So there's always been a lot of events. Sepang is actually a fully booked circuit. There's a lot of events. It's very highly sought after. But in the sense, there's not really much coverage. Even when we do races, that's why we had to post ourselves in our social media. If not, nobody would know about. There was something.
Exactly.
Oh, Saga.
Yeah, this is MSF. Yeah.
I mean, Con, you talk about the family. I mean, like you could have a fun fair for the kids. You could have something. I mean, the whole family must come there and enjoy and places to hang out.
Correct.
It's a whole family event,
Actually, you think about it, right? You remember a few years ago when Super GT came into Malaysia?
Yes.
That time, the organizers of Super GT, they really put in the effort. They created a carnival-like atmosphere.
Yeah.
They were pulling people left, right, and center, try to make things happen.
They put in a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they may have lost money in that, but it was full marks of effort, man. When I went there and saw all the things that were being put up there.
You know what, Con, and Dominic also, the idea of racing, having to run, I don't know how many laps does MSF do. I have no idea. Like how many laps?
That's a shorter, half an hour.
Half an hour, right? Okay, let's talk about a bigger race like TCR. How many laps they do?
Oh, TCR is even less. It's half an hour. Because TCR is sprint races. Depending, like the races I do, our endurance can be 1 hour to 2 hours. Depending.
Yeah. So you see, like this guy, he mentioned a drag race. I think if I look at racing, right, it's like the whole premise of them running around and around and around is on the basis that there are a lot of audience on the stage, and when you keep running around and around and around, you're giving the exposure to the brands, right? But now that there are no audience on the stage, we need to think of formats that will attract people back onto the stage. right? So
course.
that's the whole premise in it. I don't know. I was thinking that, hey, why can't they do a race whereby there are obstacle courses, like you're racing here, you need to do slalom, there you need to reverse,
You
and
do
then
that.
you reverse in, and then you park, and then you continue,
Autocross lah.
just basically make it
Gymkhana,
more entertaining and funny.
Gymkhana, is it?
Yeah.
Gymkhana, yes. I think
Gymkhana.
they did it, like Gazoo did it, but they did it for their customer to test, I think, the Yaris, yeah. So they let people try the new Toyota cars, and they did all this thing with Ivan Kong.
Like Australia, they have that truck that jumps over ramps.
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's how
Australia, like,
Gymkhana.
like,
Actually, I think Gymkhana would be a good spot for spectators.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Gymkhana is where I came out actually. After cutting, I went to Gymkhana. There was a few organizers back then, but then
Nice.
you know why they? I think
Well,
fun.
Mike Yao obviously remembers your autocross days.
Yeah, so we were doing a lot of autocrossing. So it was where I came out after go-kart, it was getting too expensive. So my father had to say, oh, stop, sorry, no more. My dad had a Lotus Elise, so I could just take the car and just play around. There was literally almost no cost, just servicing the car and just changing tires.
Yeah, tires. bad.
That's all only, yeah. So there was it's not like, buy stick tire, the road tires are much cheaper as well. So, and it could
Correct,
last
correct.
months to a
Exactly.
year. Yeah, so that was quite fun, and there was a lot of event. There was 3 organizers back then. Proton was one, then I think GRA, then there was
GRA,
TKS. So there was a lot of event back then. Then suddenly all died down, which I think it was a shame because it was cheap. I think 100 to 150, and anyone could bring their car to have fun and doing all those things that you mentioned. Yeah, anyone.
Was that Batu Tiga?
No, we didn't. There was Batu Tiga, but we never did Batu Tiga. We did all on the car park only. So anyone who come, you can bring your Proton. I tried with my father's Proton Mira, just play around. Any car, you can just have fun. So it was a good thing. I hope it comes back. It gives more accessibility to people, enthusiasts to play around, and it's a cheaper alternative than going to Sepang. You can just do Gymkhana. Then if you like it, come to the track for the next level.
That's the whole point. That's HPV 72 here.
All right, man. So when's your next race?
My next race, I don't know. Hoping with the lockdown over, then maybe next year there will be few races there. Because I not have.
Even the sim race.
Sim one, Sim one will be next week. That'll be E1. Yeah.
I forgot which race series we are sponsoring, right?
Yeah, the Sim one. Okay. I'm like, trying to keep up with the Sim guys. Like, no. Until not fast enough. I'm struggling with the race. Yeah. They're like, oh shit, I tapped them. Like, oh no, then got penalty. So yeah, definitely not easy. Yeah, the next round we'll be doing with the Lotus 49 with the classic car. So that'll be quite interesting.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be on the Monza historic track. So there will be the old banking. So that'll be quite interesting. And it's fixed setup for everyone. So it's supposed to be the same car for everyone. So it'll be all skilled.
Okay, we wish you all the best. And
Thank you.
nice meeting you and our audience knowing you. And cousin brother here.
Hello, brother.
Real cousin mother.
No, Ang, Tana, Chinese surname, right?
Yeah.
Ang is very rare,
Oh.
It's one of the really, really rare ones, but somehow in Horizon we have 3 Angs. I've never been in a class with someone with the same surname before. As a Chinese, okay. My surname is in higher number than Con's. Con is like even rarer than mine. All right, man. Nice talking to you, Dominic.
Thanks for inviting me.
Wish you all the best.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Wow. That was nice, man.
That was a nice chat. And shall we dive back to our questions, or would you guys like a break?
No need. Just break.
Do it.
Okay, we'll do a quick one.
I have my
right?
beer with me. Hey, Con, look at this beer.
Cass. Yeah.
Fresh.
Cass told me, right, when she went to Korea,
Yeah.
and she was a Korean air stewardess, right? when she arrived there, everybody saw her name and and chuckle. Apparently, this is like one of the top most popular beer in Korea.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
Okay. This is a halal show.
So,
Okay.
quick one. Yes, it's a good buy.
2012 last batch.
Last batch, best buy.
Yeah.
Uh,
What else do we
okay,
have?
come. Aaron Paul.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, never mind. Mazda 6. This is
Buy.
the wagon, right? Buy,
Yeah,
buy.
buy. What was that question just now, Con? Sorry, I clicked away.
Maserati Quattroporte S. Huh? What's Depre on 30K?
I don't understand the latter
Deposit.
part.
Deposit.
Oh, deposit.
Must be lah.
This is Sambung Bayar.
Don't know what does he mean. If it's Sambung Bayar, please don't.
Don't.
Quattroporte S, go ahead, man. 3-liter turbo. Yeah, it's a bargain. It's a bargain now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. 2013 Ford Focus. 2013 is still the DCT. So, well, I mean, the Ford Focuses are going for the cheaps now, but the DCT is quite temperamental, I'm afraid. Handling wise, it's a fantastic car. The 2-liter NA direct injection engine, so very muscular, one of the best 2-liter NA engines in the segment. But it's a temperamental DCT. That's the problem. The advantage is that you buy it now. It's really, you're getting a lot of car for the money, lah.
Oh, Tana, we have to shoot a short 20-second video and for Uncle YS's.
Yes, he texted me also.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he was asking whether if we are okay to do it. I said by all means, man.
Yeah, okay.
What again?
No, his channel is hitting 100K, so we want to
Yeah.
congratulate him.
Can.
So, Uncle YS Kong has been a very good friend of mine for as long as I've been in this industry. We were
Hey, that means
peers.
you're my senior, you know, Con.
What?
If he's your friend, right?
Uh-huh.
I call him uncle. So by ranking, you are my uncle's friend, right? Means you are more senior than me.
But I would say that I mean, the one thing I have to really compliment Uncle YS is that he is, Uncle YS is one of the senior most members in the automotive media. But the thing is that he has also been very innovative. He has been the most hardworking one. He has not rested in his laurels. He has not hesitated to reinvent himself in that's me and him sharing a happy moment in the car. So he has always kept himself. He has always been very hardworking. Always tried keeping himself at the top of a game. So I mean, he's a guy that I have a lot of respect for, and
me too.
Yeah. So to me, having him as my friend, great honor for me, lah. Right? And he has always been very, very, very kind, very, very supportive of me over the years.
How many friendship how many friends that you know, right? That you are friends with the father and you're also friends with the son.
Yeah.
And then you all bullshit together, right? It's like Ian Kong,
What amazes me, I was talking to Wise the other day, and he was saying that, my shot, my camera. I said, how do you do your shots? When you see, I've been rigging up this rig, and he was talking to me very, very technical about how he has to set up on the because you think about his shots, guys, go look at his videos and think about how you do the shots. Even I'm not. I mean, I'm just too lazy to do all that stuff. He's really hardworking. He's got a camera down there. He's designed about on the passenger side seat. He's done a lot of camera setup. Amazing guys. Really.
He's someone, right? When he puts his heart to it, right? He really does his homework. Really does his homework, and he's very meticulous about details. Yeah. So
anyway,
there's a reason why
100K.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's 5-time Malaysian Rally champion.
Yeah. Did I tell you, Tana, that Uncle YS, he's a direct descendant of Confucius?
No.
Yes.
Well, we have now.
So they went back to China and they were able to, China, like every village, they have the the surname, they keep track. You know, your son, your son, your son, your son, your son, your son, your son. Right? They were able to trace back that they are the descendants of Confucius.
Holy cow!
Yeah, man.
Explains a lot, man.
Yeah.
Explains a lot. Explains how Ivan thinks, how Uncle Wires thinks. You know, it explains a lot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And you know, right? Uncle Wires, right? I think he has almost a what, you know, his memory in remembering routes. Is, I salute, man. He remembers the which highway exit at what number. He can tell you exit 106 Damansara, exit 221 is which goes to where. He knows all this on the top of his mind.
Con.
Yeah.
Chips Yap is the great grandson of Yap Kwan Sing.
Ha!
Wow.
Yes. I don't know great grandson or what lah, but he is the descendant of Yap Kwan Sing.
Yeah.
Chips Yap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got some pretty noble blood in our
Confucius and Kun Wai Lun from relatives.
I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's about skill.
Yeah.
It's about skill.
It's also whether you know the road also lah, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway. Yes,
Aaron qualifies the question. I meant 30K depreciation per year. 240,000 left 5 years. Singapore problems with cars.
Oh, Singapore. Hey, but you guys are rich, ma. Like rich.
Legit lah. I think these are one of those like illogical answers. Like if you like it, lah. You know. It's
Singapore GDP per capita is $60,000 US, 6 times richer than Malaysians, and your exchange rate is only 3 times. So I go for it, bro. Go for it. For Singapore, I cannot brain buying cars in Singapore, lah. Seriously.
Yeah.
I cannot also, man.
Yeah.
Buy cars in Malaysia, park here lah. You know, we can help you to warm up the car and go. We can drive with them.
You know,
It's
there's
like buying
so many
a property with 10-year leasehold.
You know, there's so many people who some of our Evo Club members included work in Singapore, stuck in Singapore. Car is here, nobody to jaga.
Yeah.
First
world problem, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, Singaporeans just move to Malaysia. Like, just buy a house here, buy some cars here. You can own it for life.
Yeah.
Jonathan David Vincent, he's stuck there.
His car is here.
I don't know whether his Sirocco are sold already or not.
No, not so yet. I'm supposed to
not so yet,
go and have a look. No, not so yet.
Yeah,
come, Bobby, let's go have a look.
Okay.
Legal problems. BC Nick. Hello, great shout out to you guys. Wanna ask you guys which car is better? A 60,000 Audi S4 3.0 or a 90,000 Audi S5? Why?
Well, obviously, with this kind of price difference, the S4 is better value. But the question is, what's the condition?
I think if it's the same kind of, let's assume it's the same condition. The S5 is a better looking car for me. You know.
Yeah.
The S4 always looks a bit normal unless you have an Avant. Then obviously it's like, okay, it looks nice, no. But Avants are very rare in Malaysia. RS would be crazy prices.
But that's this is it's a 50% price differential though. A 50% premium. If all things are equal, you will pay the 50% premium.
But it's only 30K gone.
Exactly.
You know,
it's only 30K.
Put this way, if you get, let's say
some
cars, you look at percentages, your mind will go like, wow, percentage wise and all that. But you gotta see that percentage, that dollar value. What does dollar value give you? The S5, the silhouette, you look back at how it looks like, does that work for you with the S4?
Okay, I'll answer it in a simple way, Con.
Ah.
The S4 looks 2011. The
Mhm.
S5 still looks 2021.
Yep.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
You buy an S4 and then people immediately know look at it and it's a 10-year-old car, But the S5 just looks so modern. It looks modern. Yeah. Especially when you do the facelift with the headlamps and all that. It looks really modern.
I mean, it's the same logic when you get a car like a BMW with an M Sport package. Is it worth the money or not? Well, you got to think about what is don't look at percentages, the dollar value, and does that work for you?
But Tana, I want to ask a question. Tana,
yeah,
90K, right?
Hmm.
Can get A7 with the same engine.
Oh yeah, I would definitely.
I think if you tell me 90K, A7 makes more sense because
I would go for the A7.
Because thing is that, right, S4 and S5 mechanically they are the same, isn't it? It's the same platform underneath.
Yeah.
The S5 looks different, but it's the same platform.
Granted, the A4 series platform is more sporting. I mean,
sporty drive.
driving. It's a sporty drive compared to the A6, A7 platform.
But that's the common. But the common argument we always make in this here is that if you're looking at A4 versus A7, you are for the same price, you are moving up one segment. So
yes, bro.
I mean, 60K for an A4 for an S4 versus 90K for an A7. That's a leap I would make.
But I'll go for the S5 because the A7, no matter, I mean, if you're into kind of highway driving, you like it. But if you're not into, you want to go like more fun drive, then you may not like the A7. It's still a big car.
It's big, it's floaty. But
I may like it. He may not like it.
But the dashboard, the build quality of the car,
so nice.
the exterior design, everything is fantastic.
Because if you go the logic on, I'll say why not get an 8? Also cheap. Correct. 8 is more car. I mean, if you go the logic of more car for value, 8 is fantastic value.
Yeah.
Way more modern, way nicer, whatever. But that's where you got to understand. Do not buy car on what is good value. Wow, brand new 1 million. Now it's worth 100K.
Actually, at the end of the day,
what you need.
Buy the car that you want, right? If you ask me between 60K for an S4 versus 90K for an S5, considering that both cars are the same platform, same mechanical platform underneath, I don't think they will drive differently. I can't justify making that 30,000 ringgit, paying that 30,000 ringgit premium. But if the S5 is the car that you go to sleep every night dreaming to buy, then that's the car you should buy.
Yeah.
But I close my eye, I wake up, I see the S4, I'm like, oh, S4.
But that to me is also part of the appeal because I would like I'm someone who would want a bit more inconspicuous kind of car. So if in this equation the S4 actually is more appealing to me.
It's more
anyway, for me, it's the A7 lah. The A7, the design doesn't age. The design doesn't age at all.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good question.
2012 Vios D segment below 100K. Recommendation not include SUV and coupe.
Yeah.
Connor, the 2.5 Camry that he mentioned here, is it the hybrid? It's the hybrid, right?
At this age, it's still the hybrid, I think.
Then get the aircon, no?
Yeah.
Or you can also consider a Passat B8.
Yeah.
I think you can get a 2017 or 2018 Passat B8 at this price already.
Just
I remember.
Tiana at all costs. Avoid the Tiana at all costs. Avoid the Tiana at all costs.
Yes.
Avoid.
Okay. I must tell you, anything from this, as long as don't buy a Tiana, I think you're safe.
Okay. Frederick asked about the E90 320D before this.
What did he ask?
I can't. This one was quite far back.
Yeah,
What did you
man.
buy?
What did you ask? Repeat your question, ma. Post again, ma.
I can't find
Easier.
the question. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Currently,
okay. If I mean from it's not a downgrade for sure. And
You know what, Con?
Hmm?
A lot of times, right, is their mentality. You know,
Hmm.
when he got a 320D, let's say, right,
Hmm.
because it's
Hmm.
like, wow, I love this car now. You know, I finally got it right. Then the itchy backside comes already. Ayo, my radiator got a lot of stones hitting on it lah. Should I change it lah? Later the breathing not good lah. You know,
Hmm.
oh, I see something here lah. So you fall into that trap whereby those are things you wouldn't give a damn on your Jazz, but you want to give a damn on your BMW now. Now that the parts cost double the price,
yeah.
right?
I know how that feels.
You want to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
in your workhorse, you wouldn't give it a, you know.
Correct.
So if you treat your BMW like your Jazz, right,
Hmm.
it's gonna be low maintenance.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
like it's like you hear some sound from the front arms.
Hmm.
It's normal lah.
You know,
Okay
you
lah.
know, I said before, right, I tally the maintenance of my cars in a spreadsheet, and I found that more than half of the money that I spend on my cars are things right that actually, if I didn't spend, the car would still operate reliably.
But I've got a question here, lah. Okay.
Yes.
Now the 211 220D, it's about 50K now, 50 plus lah.
Hmm.
At the same year,
50K?
yeah.
Oh
What
my
I see here,
god!
like, and the same
Okay,
year,
okay.
E90 is for 35K. So
Yeah.
imagine, the 320D is costlier because of the inherent liability, torque, whatever. People pay more, like, no. So 50,000 versus 34,000. Petrol, petrol will be easy to maintain, easy to use, whatever.
Not the 320i though.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a petrol and a diesel,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think diesel, yes, is there, but the question comes back to you is, why are you buying a BMW? Think about it for all. The question is real. You're driving a Jazz now, and you want to buy a BMW. Why do you want to buy BMW? If you say reliability, this is not a car that you want to keep forever. You're obviously buying a BMW because why? You want to upgrade. You want to you want the car to be sporty. You want the car to be nice. The diesel will be sound. There'll be diesel clutter be there. Have you come terms to that diesel clutter or not? This is your first diesel.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so all
That's something
that
you must come to
imagination
terms
about
with.
wow, I have a nice control car, quiet, and then like a sound, whatever. Are you there or not? So
Yeah.
so to think about it first, what do you actually want? If you want a nice
Yeah.
sporty car, comfortable to drive, control car, whatever, the diesel may not be it.
Yeah.
Whatever problems you have with the petrol engine, it's cheap enough, man. The 34K versus 55K. So I don't know lah. It's a lot of difference.
Okay lah. Yeah. Actually, Tana has a point. I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of diesels, but you have to get accustomed to that noise. And in Malaysia, not a lot of people are able to accept the sound of diesel clatter. I mean, I would say that it's nice hearing. It's nice to feel that surge of diesel torque at mid to low revs, but that sound will always be there, lah. And when you refuel, the filler gun is always quite greasy and all.
Some people till today can't get used to the smell of diesel when they go and pump diesel. So
Yeah.
so yeah, like my own brother, he drives trucks. He cannot stand on diesel. So think about it. Drive the car first, and really focus on what you actually want in a continental car, your first quantity car, so to say, for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I tell something was the E90 generation diesels, right? A lot of times when you go in for regular maintenance, right, BMW actually open up your engine and clean up the insides because our fuel is pretty dirty last time.
Yeah.
So you thought it's an oil change, but actually you have to clean a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Up to you. All right. Okay, this question I wanted to answer. CLS 53 Edition 1. Edition 1 is Mercedes' way of making the first batch more attractive, calling it Edition
Correct.
1. But first batch means a little bit more problematic. And I drove the CLS. Is actually underwhelming for the price that they're charging.
Yeah.
It's
Regardless of engine.
too similar to an E-Class, and there are no sporty tuning to the car at all. Yes, I get it. The interior is very alluring, the exterior design and all that, but you look at the prices of CLS 53, right? They are about 580,000, 570,000. This is a price that you might your money might be better spent with a G30 M5. I have no idea about E63 prices. If you're able to get an E63, then I'm not sure about the
Yeah.
prices currently. But I would say that this car is gonna depreciate massively down the road because it's not an AMG, even though it's 53. In a way, is I don't see it as I don't know. I wouldn't pay
like
500.
It's like
No.
an M Sport instead of an M
580,000
lah.
for this. Yeah,
It's like an M Sport instead of an M lah.
yeah, but 580,000 is a lot of money. You buy an AMG GT, right? It's gonna hold your value for a very long time, as
Correct.
opposed to this car, And yeah, I don't really recommend plonking 580 on this car. When it depreciates to about 350, then yes, by all means, it's a different thing. It's very rare on the roads, but people wouldn't have guessed that you paid close to 600,000 for a used one, for this car. So
And
mm.
in all honesty, this is not the prettiest CLS.
I mean,
know.
yeah, somebody liked the design. I just felt that it looks too similar to the CLA 45, the new one.
Or the A class for that matter.
Yeah, the CLA 45, the new CLA 45 is a brilliant car, But 580, you just think about it, you could have get a S63 coupe, you can get a G30 M5 or a AMG GT if this is not your only car, and all these will hold your 580,000 much longer than a CLS 53. Yeah. All right.
How about 288K E63 from 214?
That's the old one, right, bro?
Older one, but still an E63. Would it hold the value?
True. It's a 5.5 though.
Yep. Baller.
Yeah. All right. I saw another question. This one. Go for it.
Yes.
640i.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nice.
Go for it. It's one of my. Okay, I don't know how. I mean, my Aston has been perfectly problem free for the past 2 years, but my BMW, my 2011 BMW 6 Series has been one of the most reliable cars I've ever owned. I mean, it's so reliable. Even my Toyota Crown gives more issues. Right.
Bobby,
Yeah,
question,
yes.
like I noticed that a lot of, I mean, like in BMW world, a lot of the cars are the same engine, the 3, the 5, the 6, Do they make better cars when they go higher in range? Is the build quality and the parts they use different? Because somehow it seems like, maybe is it because the 3 Series owners trash the car more?
I would say the use of material in a 6 is significantly different from the others. Like case in point, the entire dashboard is leather wrapped, and in my 6 Series, I don't have that sticky door handle thing that they put on 5 Series. And all
5
that.
Series and 3 Series.
Yeah, it's just leather. They put leather on the door handles, and yeah, I don't know how to answer you because that same engine is available across the range.
I mean,
The
I
gearbox,
think I noticed it also in the Audi world. Like you have the same engine, but bigger cars, and I
Yeah.
see lesser issues like some certain models got issue, And I'm thinking, is it because the car is made better? I mean, like mechanically and all that stuff, or is it because the drivers driving the car are a bit older, they're more reserved, they drive the car well, not trashing the car, always me wonder, But yeah, as you go down the range, somehow the cars are in better quality.
in a way, right? Cars that are more popular, they they have to produce them in higher flowing production plants,
Makes
all
sense.
Yeah.
right? And I have something I have to tell people that in car making world, right? One car is made up of thousands and thousands and thousands of parts. It's not as predictable as people would assume they are. I'll give an
Yeah.
example. Audi's biggest factory, the one in Ingolstadt, right?
Mm.
They have agreement with the local government in Ingolstadt that the factory will only go up to 30% robotics. That means, right,
Oh,
the plant was purposely designed to have 70% manpower, all right, to keep the employment rate of the county, all right. So as a CFO, you would know, right, two plants, one is highly robotic,
yep.
one is a lot of manpower. You know which one gonna fuck up more, right? The one
Manpower.
with manpower, right? So that's the thing. And in the car making world, right? Why they never promise you what tires come with the car? Because tires, again, another commodity. Sometimes this guy supplied to you. Sometimes they couldn't. You have to go to another person. Things happen like this. It's a very fluid thing. It's never as predictable as people imagine it to be. It's super fluid and things change. And in the Audi production plant, right, they have these strings that hang across. So the cars will move slowly in front of you. Everybody has to do their work. And when they fuck up something, right, they couldn't run there and do it, because they're gonna disrupt another person. The only thing they can do is to pull the string, and the whole production stops.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why there's a warranty, guys. That's why you get a warranty.
So in
Seriously.
essence, what we call cars that are produced in higher volume, chances for things to be not perfect is higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They are more pressured to produce the numbers.
So if let's say like a limited edition GT or something comes out, that particular custom made car will have higher quality with the price tag, obviously, and
Depends on what type of limited edition. I mean, if it's just paint and all that, right, then it comes out from the same production facility, right? So yeah, R8s, right? You seldom hear people complain about R8s.
Yep,
But I know someone will say that, hey Bobby, if you say like that, then what about Lamborghinis and all that, right? That one, I don't know, Italians and their coffee time. So it's like the Gallardo, or the Huracan is on the same basis of an R8. But why the R8 is pretty reliable, whereas the Huracan, you have your Italian stuffs, Yeah, so that's as far as I understand now. So
yep. Makes sense.
mm, mm, mm.
Buy big.
All right. CX5
Yes,
2.5.
like turbo versus used XC40, which would you recommend? X50 flagship can compare. No lah,
Much
X50
cheaper.
X50 is much cheaper, but it's a lower segment product.
I let you all answer first if you all want to answer. I mean,
The
I
GX5
give my take lah. 2.5 turbo is very attractive, in terms of power and all that. The XC40 is better honed, I would say that, in terms of the handling, matching the power of the engine and the dynamics of the car, right? You can tell that Volvo puts in way more effort in in honing how the car drives. All right. But granted, it is a smaller car than the CX-5. And if it's your only family car, you really have to check out the rear seats because they are pretty upright, even though you have your leg room and all that. I really, really love the XC40 when I drive it. It's such a special product. There's a mini vibe to it, you know. It's like the whole car, from the conceptualization of it, the exterior design, the interior design, how the car should handle and behave and all that, right? Is really, really well executed. But the first batch of XC40, when you do a heavy throttle, somehow you will smell some exhaust. You know, the somehow there's a, I don't know why, there's that smell, the exhaust smell that comes out, the smell that you get before the catalytic converter. You know, somehow that comes into the cabin.
Yeah.
The CX-5, of course, is a bigger car, more luxurious feeling, way quieter than the XC40, the interior cabin. But after the front passenger row, when you go to the rear passenger row and towards the boot and all that, right, it exposes its price point in the CX-5. Whereas the X50 dynamically is not as athletic as the other two, but you cannot argue the price bargain of the X50. You know, of course, the X50 you have the GKUI, and then sometimes it behaves a little bit weird, you know, compared to the Volvo's infotainment system. But the X50, for its price point, is just punching above its price point, you know. Yep.
The CX-5 Turbo, I would say, is a hilariously powerful car for
a big muscle car-ish, right? It's like they just drop in a super powerful engine and then
they took basically, it's like they took the 2.5 NA, bolt in a turbo. Here you go, bro.
Yeah. Feels like
that's a good way. Yeah,
they didn't upgrade the brakes. It doesn't feel like they upgraded the suspension, but you know, to cover long distance in a rapid time, it is very, very effective.
Yes.
The power curve also, I think, is not it's not smooth power curve. It's just really the pull is really there.
Tana, this is the CX-5 Turbo. Is the car, right? That, let's say, like, you are driving to Penang, all right? Chuyang tells you coffee at 10 o'clock. You leave KL at 8:30. You're like, shit, I need to get there by 10 o'clock. That's the car to go in.
I don't know about that. I mean, I remember the turbo, and it was fast, but at some points I like, okay, like, we're going too fast. I slowed down. I didn't feel, because it's still an SUV, you know. But to answer this question, I think all your three cars you chosen, the X50, the 640, and X Turbo, different price points, and they're all three different purposes. So I think first and foremost, define first what is your purpose, who will sit in the back, how is it particular or not, you know, think about that. And then after you thought about what's special for you, the question is, do you it's a price point lah. X50, great value for money. If you don't need all that, it's fantastic. But if it was me, I'll buy the X5 because I'm a family guy. I got kids. I put stuff up the back. I need a bigger space, comfortable. I can go slow, I can go fast. This is to me more logical. But I think by you comparing those three cars, I think you have not sat down and thought about what is the purpose of buying the car. You know, if it's purely a run-out vehicle, just to go pass out, whatever, come back. X50 is more than capable, bro. It's more than enough. You know.
I felt the XC40 has a personal luxury kind of vibe to it.
It's for yourself,
closer to the Macan, you know, like a lady, she wants her own car, you know. Yes, it has 4 doors, you know, you can ferry people, but mainly it's for her own use, her own space, you know.
Correct.
Yes, the XC40 is, and it handles the best here. It handles the best here.
Yeah, of course. I think I think you use the right choice of word. The XC40 is the best honed car in this pool of choices.
My car, and I'm only me driving the car, and no one else. Is for my driving comfort, and that's it.
All right.
Okay, just now I spotted. Okay, here, let's take this one. 2017 Golf GTI, 160k mileage. mileage 45,000 km,
Mm.
or Polo GTI price at 50k, mileage 63. Wow, this is like such a disparate choice.
I think he just want a second car, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
How do you
Right.
compare? How do you compare this kind of price points?
A
lah,
50k car versus a 160k
Yeah.
car.
I mean,
Yeah.
if this is the case, then I would say why not?
But
Why not buy?
I would say it's pointless to check the actual mileage.
Yeah.
What you want to check is condition. If you are buying it from a used car, you'll just assume the mileage is tampered with.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or you can get things like certain dongles you can buy and plug in and tell you the mileage of the cars, or you can go and check with VW. But I
Yeah,
think
most of the time you plug your OBD in, you will get that. You will pull the real mileage
warning.
out of the ECU.
Correct,
Yeah.
but I think it's too big of a difference for you to compare lah. If
Yeah,
if
man.
the if you're comparing a Polo GTI and a Golf GTI, it tells me you're not serious about what the car is for. You don't really care because you can spend 50k or 150k, and then if that's the case, buy the Polo GTI lah. The fact you can compare the two, I always say go for the cheaper one. Obviously you don't need the Golf GTI if you're comparing these two lah.
Hmm.
You're comparing a Golf GTI and a Ford Focus, whatever, and different that price point maybe, but I don't think you need a Golf GTI. By looking at your options.
For me, if you're buying the Golf Polo GTI at 50k, you might as well use 50k to get. I don't know. Is there any car that can take a loan? Sporty driving car, 50k,
Sporty.
like a
Sirocco?
two-door or a convertible
Sirocco?
or something, right?
Sirocco?
Yeah. Oh
Sirocco?
yes. You might as well get a Sirocco. Sirocco is a proper sports chassis.
Yep.
Hmm.
Polo GTI is an economy car chassis. Of course, they try to make it sportier, but it's not a sports car chassis in a way, like the Sirocco is. So, and 160k for a MK7 GTI, I think that's pretty high,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not far off from the original price point of
Yeah.
190 or 200k.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good bargain. I think Golf GTI MK7, you can find them around the 120, 130 range.
Correct.
You don't need to go all the way to 160. 160.
And some people
Yeah.
buy more costly cars based on mileage. I would say the mileage is only an indicator. The wear and tear items will come with the age.
Because low mileage, right, can also be because the car is always sitting idling at traffic jams or in school runs.
Yeah. All right.
Parent waiting for child and all that.
Okay, this one. Con has driven the new E-Class. I haven't, but
I only drove the E200.
Oh, okay. You drove the one E200. Okay.
But between this,
for me, BMW facelifted the 5 Series and make it more handsome, and then Mercedes facelifted and make it uglier.
So 5 Series for me lah. 5 Series for me.
Yeah. But I haven't driven it lah. Huh? Okay, but the driving part is a smaller percentage of the overall importance of buying an E-Class actually.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in my review, I said that a person who turns up in an E-Class, right, it's somebody who achieved their success with hard work.
Wow.
Gives that kind of impression.
Is it or a European taxi?
That also. No, but that also is that is testament to the fact that the E-Class is a car that you can trust. Because if the taxi drivers trust it, means that it has something good going in it.
But Con, I think if you're made in life, okay, this is again, I could be wrong. Just being a bit cautious there. What is a car that people say they made it in life as a brand? I bought a Mercedes. I bought a BM or BMW. I have a Beamer.
I think Mercedes somehow is still that brand that says you have arrived.
Right. Yeah.
BMW is a bit more that I'm getting there.
It's like one is like saying like, okay, I've got a BM and I'm showing off. One is like I've arrived. I've established in life.
Mercedes is I've made it. And that is Mercedes. BMW is I couldn't afford Porsche yet. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand. I understand the idea of people. A lot of people, my family also, they're like, oh, when you're buying a Mercedes, lah. So I'm like, why Mercedes? You know, it's like, yeah. Look at that, so nice, ma. The BM, so beautiful.
But I do see Mercedes as a higher
Mm.
brand than BMW.
In my family, people all see the Mercedes as a higher brand also. Like they're like, wow, you
See, the
made
thing
enough.
is that, like what Bobby has pointed out before, Mercedes can slap their badge on a hypercar and charge 2 million or 3 million ringgit, and you won't bat an eyelid. BMW cannot do that.
Yeah.
Correct.
BMW can't even.
BMW, yeah, they can't even venture. No, Con, I didn't say 2-3 million. I said 10 million.
Oh, yeah.
Mercedes can sell a hypercar at 10 million, and BMW
Yeah.
couldn't even sell a car at 2 million.
BMW can't even touch S63 territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audi as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volvo as well.
Right.
That would show the difference, you know, when you try to up it, right? You up
Yeah.
it to 1 million, 1.5, 2 million, right? Which brand can you accept by that price point? You know?
And
And
you know,
Mercedes is a brand that they can make a 10 million or 9 million hypercar, whereas Bentley would think twice. You know, Bentley is
and
like, can I touch
and
that
you
category?
and the thing is that, right, you drive your 10 million ringgit Mercedes hypercar, right? The lorry passes next to you with a Mercedes badge, right? You don't bat an eyelid either. You are okay with that.
Yeah. You see a lorry, you see a garbage truck in front of you with the same badge, right? You're fine. That's the power of Mercedes brand, you know.
Yeah.
That logo
That
is
no other
easy.
brand that
Yeah.
no other brand can do.
Yes.
True.
Nobody.
No other brand can pull this off.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
You can
Only Mercedes.
I see a I saw a post. You know, I was reflecting. I follow all these YouTube, inside these Facebook groups, ma, and the posting for guys buying the Mercedes would be like, aku dah berjaya, I've made it. So all the tags in their picture they posted, they're like, I made it. I've succeeded in life. You know. So the tags are always towards that kind of emotions with the Mercedes, whereas the BM guys, when they post a picture of them selfie with the BM, you know, like cool, whatever, you know, like something else, you know. So yeah, so I do find that yeah, I mean, this is me. Don't blame me, guys. You know, there is a sense of achievement with like guys who buy Mercedes, and I can understand why. But I love BMW. Must buy BMW. I want to be.
Who's so unhappy with me highlighting this one?
I don't know why.
everybody has their opinion,
Opinion.
lah.
Yeah.
No, it's okay to not agree. I mean, I wouldn't. I'll buy a BMW over a Mercedes anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the way I answered Mark Rain last time, right, Con, I was like, he was like, Bobby, you have a Volvo, you have a BMW, you have your Audis. You know, when are you gonna put a Mercedes in your driveway? I was like, and okay. For those who don't know, Mark Rain was the previous boss of Mercedes Malaysia. I was like, the real Mercedes cars I cannot afford. You know, I just answered him that way. You know? I couldn't afford the real stuff.
Like I lust over AMG GT if I can buy one. That'll be like, oh my god, it's crazy good, but can't afford lah. Let low. Merc is good, guys. So is BM. They're all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come.
And Peter, I have to tell you, me and Con, we are BMW fans. Just to make it clear. So we can like something doesn't mean we cannot praise.
You cannot diss it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the reason we are journalists and you are not.
Yeah.
Right? We are able to say something we like. We are able to say something bad about something we like. We can also say something good about something we don't like.
Yeah.
Right. So we can differentiate between good and bad and whether we like it or not. So that makes us journalists. All right. Yeah, that's Mark Rain over there. And when I arranged for this shoot, I told him that I'm going to show you a Mercedes-Benz that you have never touched before. And then he was a bit like, are you sure? Then when he arrived, right, that's the CLK DTM there. Then he was like, oh shit, I've seen this car. I really haven't touched it before. So yeah. So I really miss this guy. Like when he was in
Yeah.
Malaysia, he really the stuff that he did is amazing for
Amazing.
Mercedes-Benz.
He is responsible for really elevating the that desirability factor of Mercedes amongst the younger crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Yangirik said that. Yes, Toyota as well. It's a lot of people didn't know within Toyota Group. You all thought Lexus is the atas one, right? But the most expensive car that Toyota Group sells is Toyota branded and not Lexus branded. All right.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I saw a question asking this one. Tana, what would you get? 300K. Maserati. Pew pew pew.
Cash, cash. Yeah lah. Right now, Maserati is in my 200-300K range for Maserati lah.
Chiang always have a Maserati ready there.
Ready.
Chiang has been well groomed by HP,
so
man.
good looking. It is so nice, so beautiful. What more would you want, like,
Yeah, man.
What I want is for the prices to drop, they can buy the car cash.
Okay, Con. What's your 300K car?
What 911 can you get for 300K?
A lot.
What 911
You can get 997.
You cannot get 991. 997 you can get two, depending on your engine configuration. If you're lucky enough, you may be able to get a 997 turbo.
Ooh.
If you're lucky enough, I mean,
How's this called?
you are 50, 60 grand away from a 911 turbo. So, Con, your 300K is a 300K car is a 911. That means screw the M5 lah, right?
Well, M5 is not 300K, man.
Well, there are 500K M5s and 800K M5s if you want.
I think F90 has not hit 300K yet.
F90 is what?
The G30 generation lah. G30 has
It's
not hit
called F90, yeah.
Yeah. And F10 is like F10 is below 250K, so that's like there's that gap to play with.
G30 M5 is about 570.
Yeah, so it's not there yet.
For 570K, if you buy a M5 and not a 911,
it's not smart lah.
It's not smart. Yeah. Yeah.
I think for me, right, by the time I get there, right, an M5, if it's about 200 to 250, if I can afford to pay 200 to 250, I'll probably be, okay to pull the trigger. But 300, no lah, not an M5 at 300 lah, no way. No.
Hey, that's only 50K difference, bro. From your
250 is the upper, is the what lah? Is the upper
250K, 25,000 down payment, and then per month you are paying about 3,000.
That's more than my house, man.
What is this?
Sorry?
Oh, he's talking about in general 250,000 ringgit loan.
Cash, all these cars. The car making all cash cars, what? How?
Oh, no.
All the cars making is cash, what?
Don't like that. Maybe 250K still can get loan there, right? Yeah. Get
what car?
Getting it with a loan, right, is the magic, Like buying it cash, like it's just you're just taking a big parang and going parang it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
buying a dream car with loan, right? It's like you manage to chop down a tree with your Swiss knife, Unlike you like buying cash is like you just tie a row of dynamite.
Okay. Just see whether your bank account has the balance.
Let's rephrase this, Con. What 300K car would you buy if it's a cash buy?
Cash buy.
Not fun, cash buy.
Cash buy means
okay. Cash buy 300K. Con is like, I seldom do that setting in car list.
993 no way to get lah, 993
993. Yes, you can.
Oh.
even though a lot of people are putting their 993s there for 350k, 340k, 320k, right? They were hoping to sell. You walk up to them
You
with
know,
300.
unlike a lot of people, I don't, if I go 911, I don't need what turbo S or what Carrera will do just fine.
Okay, Con, if it's a 993, right, you need to sit inside it to see whether you can drive with both your legs slanted to the
Yeah,
left side.
true. There's an era of, I think realistically 997 is probably something that I can still associate with.
997s are 997s are cheap. You know, 140k you can get a Carrera.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, 140, 150 you'll be able to get one.
Advertise all is about 160, 180 advertise.
Yeah lah, they advertise I mean transacted value, I tell you, right? And then you go into the car, 3.4 liter engine, and then Tiptronic gearbox, then you step on the throttle.
Yeah, that's the thing lah. I think the automatic part, without a PDK, without a manual, automatic Porsche, I'm like something must be there.
I tell you, Tana, so many people, they're like dream of getting a 911, right? Then they finally go and test drive a 997 Carrera, like the base spec 3.4 without S or whatever, right? The moment they see it, wow, Porsche, then they test drive, they step on the throttle, and then they are like, oh fuck, what did I do? What have I done to my dream?
On that note, Bobby, today I drove my Porsche 996. Yeah, so the manual makes a difference lah.
Oh, manual,
like-
yes.
Makes a difference.
That
Especially
example
someone
just
like
now,
Con, you know, he blip
What?
shift on a daily basis, you know. Yeah. He blip
Yeah.
shift to the Pasa, he blip shift to send.
Oh yes. That's one thing I do miss. I do miss doing.
Yeah. So Con. So you like
Yeah.
911s,
I mean, if I were to go sports car, right, that would be my first port of call, I would think.
Nice.
How about a 996? Cheap. There's a Targa for sale for 140k.
You saw my face, Tana?
No, it's nice. I think it's gonna be one of those cars.
The 996 has not.
You know that this one will be
No. Okay. The facelift. Okay. Show this, yeah. This one. Okay. So that they had two versions, obviously. So this is the not the one that looks like my. This is okay. What? This is a bit more unique, a bit different. Targa some more, you know. Okay, what? Oh, so this is the wrong Targa, obviously.
What is the 911 hatchback?
Wrong Targa lah, no, but still 140k negotiate. Yeah.
Hey, but you know, I do like the traditional 911 Targa, that basket handle. I think that that design factor is just so cool, man.
The basket handle is very expensive.
Take out
very
the wing,
bro.
throw the wing away.
Ayo, that wing tak boleh lah.
Hey, Porsches and wings go hand in hand, okay, bro?
But not this wing though.
Maybe the whale wing, like not fun.
Oh
Porsche
my god,
with
those
wings are
rims.
fine.
Those
fine in
rims
my books.
are for Bings in BMWs.
What lah you?
So
I think this is a fine specimen. But yeah, man. So Con, aim for a 991 when they drop to, I don't know, what kind of prices are we talking about? 400 something now? The earliest dash 991. What year? 2012?
991 is what year? When was the 991 launch?
2012, I think. Or was it 11?
That old already, man, 991?
Yes, bro. It's old. Wait, my ABCD is wrong. ABCD, OPQRST.
Yeah, 11 or 2011 or 991.
Right.
Kanina 991 is also 10 years old already.
Just keep your loan is just ngam lah, can apply like, no?
Then how much?
Let's see, cheapest 911. Cheapest 991.
How much? How much?
427.
400K.
That's the last. So means that let's say like even by the time I decide I can afford a 911, the cheapest 911 available for loan will still be at 400K.
See, Con, when you are applying loan, right,
Mm.
between the 250K car and the 400K car, right, it's only how much of a difference? 25,000 down payment versus 40,000 down payment,
Yeah,
right?
that's 15K lah.
And the 911 has depreciated to such a price, right? You may be able to over declare the selling price a little bit to help with your 70% loan, right? But I don't think cars like this can get 90% loan lah.
No
So
way, no way, no way. So you're not
yeah,
even talking about 40% down.
yeah,
You're
30% down
talking
will be
about
120K.
120 down.
And I think with the current shortages in chips and all that, 991 will actually go up in price lah. Maintain.
They
go
will
up
hold
and
their price really
hold value
well
lah.
because it's a proper modern 911.
Yeah, very modern.
And when you park a 991 next to a 992, right, it almost looks like a same generation car, you know. So 991s they will hold their value really well. All right. So 997, 997, goodbye. But no loan, 997. Cannot get loan anymore.
You'll watch more cars law after this.
Please support Con. Go watch car with Con. Support
Hey,
the
Con.
911 dream.
You see, your both your Beamer is about 50,000 down payment for you. Okay, we give it a worst case scenario lah, 40,000 down payment lah.
Yeah.
Right. And but your S Max may not help a lot lah in that sense, right? But if your S Max is paid off and next time you are able to sell it for 50K, you add up all this, right? It's 90K of down payment. Right? That's why that time I asked you to go for the M5 F10 is because instead of buying your second E39, you drop your cash buy into the M5 as a down payment. Then you get a loan because it's a 4-door car. You can get 90% loan. Then you own the M5. You drive. You pay. Right? You can pay for 9 years, 8 years for all it cares. After 8 years, 9 years, right? That M5 is your 160,000 cash down payment for your 911. Because it holds its value, it allows you to jump into another category that you might not have been. How to save up 150K and dump in. Whereas your M5, you use it, you pay slowly. After you paid it off, right, the whole car is worth 150, 160 for you to dunk into a 911. That's where you jump.
Con, I told you about this, right? I said, hey, Con, I got equity of car equity of this much, right? So the cars I buy, like the MGF and the Porsche, I see as equity. Because if I go and straight buy a 200K car cash, it's crazy. But cars that don't depreciate, buy, it's like, okay, it's like I have fun in the process, but there's money locked in, like, you know, I can sell and
Hey guys, Peter is still unhappy. We say Mercedes is above BMW.
No.
Keep reminding us. Keep reminding us. He's like, he felt the E-Class is not worth it.
Why?
Bro, it outsells the 5 Series globally. Yeah. Suck it up.
Yeah. He's a BMW fan, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So what's next?
Wow.
Who clicked on this way?
I click on.
You answer lah. You answer lah. You're so difficult to answer. You like pain,
two different cars. One will depreciate madly. One you buy today, tomorrow the car will drop by 10%, 20%. In 3 years, 50% gone already. One it's a SUV and one is a sedan. One is no pain, one is not a pain. Don't lah. It's just, the Hyundai Tucson is fantastic, reliable.
Yeah.
But unless you need that platform and you need that kind of vehicle, think about it, because why SUVs, tires are costlier, parts are costlier. Everything about SUV just multiplies because it's a bigger car, more things to worry about, you know. Altis, it's basically my villa, no brainer. But for the price, you can buy so much more, 72K. You can have a lot of fun with the car. I think it's yeah.
Well, if it's the same car and the Tucson is newer, but if
But
you
the
talk
Tucson
about
price is
this
crazy.
standpoint, you will lose less with the Altis lah.
Yeah, my friend has got Tucson 215, is it 30K now? It's crazy price.
Guys, why is the Altis at 72K when that price you can get an Accord?
Because it's a Toyota, bro.
Yeah, get
Is
an
that that
Accord,
much?
bro. Get an Accord.
I think we showed the Accord last week, right? The Accord
Exactly.
actually about 80 odd K.
68K. Get an
68K.
Accord. And you have bad
But-
taste in cars, bro. Your Altis and Tucson are bad choices. Get an
But
Accord.
but for the same year, would you Accord or would you Mazda 6?
For first batch, I will Accord.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mazda looks
batch, I will
nice
Accord.
only now. Only now they looks very nice and stylish.
The first batch Mazda 6 has a lot of sound intrusion problems. Dashboard got weird rattling noise and all that. The first batch Mazda 6. That's why they quickly facelifted the whole dashboard. There was a design error in the way the dashboard fits.
Ouch.
Gary says 213 4.8 selling 148K. Can loan 166. Champion like Gary. Champion choice lah.
That's the previous gen Cayenne.
2013 is it's the second gen.
Yeah, it's a nice car. Love the interior. Love the interior.
Okay, so for Mozart Effendi coming from a 2014 City, should he 328 at 80K or should he 320 LCI at 100K?
LCI.
Oh yeah, definitely,
LCI.
man. Definitely.
Yeah, even though the LCI in this case is 20i, the B48 engine is a much improved engine over the N20. And you just said it
a
to
lower
Tana.
mileage one.
Mozart Fendi, think about this. You're buying a car from 2015, which has got the same engine as what they're selling today in the market, a brand new 3 Series. And I think, it's crazy, man. Buy it.
To me, the ride is better, the infotainment is better, you know.
But I think at 100K, 110K, I don't think you can get 320i lah. 214, I think you can get about 110. Got a 32i.
Can one, bro.
What year? 2016.
It's just nego, bro. It's just nego.
Yeah.
Right? There are so many of these cars out there, right? You go to BMW Facebook group, right? Hey, any 2016 320i selling, I want to buy from you directly, you know, blah blah blah. You sure can get one. Because the dealers will be taking in these cars at what 90K, and then they put it up at 110. Yeah. Dealers these days are not like last time, you know, they take the cars in at 10K lesser than market price. No, they take it at 30,000 lesser than market price. They crash the prices down. So you can find, if you put in more effort, don't quickly just jump into one. You put in more effort, you'll be able to find one, definitely.
2016 cars, the warranty will end in 5 years.
Ends this year.
And this year, and if you get a car that's below 100,000 mileage, you still get warranty. I mean, you still got service left. It's free servicing up to 100,000 kilometers. So pick the ones that are like 60, 70,000 mileage. So you see when the service is, you drive the car to Penang, whack, and then go and get it for free service because the service will be a major one. And then warranty over, happy, I'll do that.
Hey, he's really offended. We say Mercedes brand higher than BMW.
Bro,
get a life.
I think Mercedes makes beautiful clusters, beautiful car, but I like BMW. So it's the same thing, it's like the market wants beautiful interior, beautiful looking aside, but I may not buy it myself, So it's just opinion.
Get a life, bro.
Relax, bro.
This is come on, let's
go get some life. Yeah. Yeah.
Water very dirty, bro.
Yeah, man.
150K. What coupe can you get for 150K for a 24-year-old?
A lot, way. 86, 4 Series, A5, C-Class Coupe,
C-Class
MX-5.
Coupe. A C-Class Coupe might be can
How,
get the 205 generation C-Class
how
Coupe.
about an A45?
Oh, A45, or can get A45.
Yeah,
Mm.
158K around there, no. Honestly,
Yeah, man.
you know what? For a valuer, A45, I think right now is very good value. For the power, you're young, you want to have a fun, fast car,
Yeah.
A45. Come and see
Fast,
match up.
real
Get
world
you.
car.
A lot lah. Too many cars guys.
Mm.
Max Jong, you should max out your research. All right. Come on, let's last few questions.
Come on, Alif.
I'm dying here. What's the best F30? You heard rumors 2015 model got problems.
Those that didn't do preventive maintenance on their timing chain guides will have issues
Yeah, lor.
for the E20 engines. But
Yeah,
it's the maintenance of F30 is generally quite predictable. The only variant that you really want to stay away from is the 316i.
Yeah.
Because I think at 78K, 80K, you're talking like 318, 31, that kind of range there, no? So avoid that, and then you're fine. 320,
Yeah.
go for it. Bye. No issue.
Bye. This one.
No warranty.
Sorry. Wait. This one, quick one. Soft talk for me. Soft talk.
The looks like.
For the looks, for the view you get, and less turbulence when the top is down. All right.
Lighter?
1 series or lighter as well. Yeah. 1 series. Bye. F30 LCI, very comfortable. Go.
But T30i. T30i is.
P30i is a bit stiffer lah.
Okay, yeah, no. I don't know. I think F30 is okay. I think the current generation is a bit more.
Yes,
Current generation.
F30, the LCI,
okay.
the ride comfort is amazing in the LCI.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Wow, this one hardcore.
Well,
Okay,
you can't beat a Lexus if cruising is what you want to do.
but the Cayman does it equally well, right? If you come out for weekend drives, people who arrive in an RC, right, always get surrounded. These cars are so rare.
Yeah.
And then you feel that nice. Then after that, that's it lah. After that, that's about it lah.
Yeah.
I'll get a 718. Like Tana said lah, Porsche is a Porsche. It's a Porsche.
But it's still a Porsche.
Yeah, it's still a Porsche. All right, like this one, you see, it's still a Porsche. Macan is a Macan, right?
Yeah. X4 Macan all day long.
There's no comparison. It's a Porsche.
Like I was shocked how much the X5 prices have dropped, Bobby. Crazy, So yeah. So end of the day, a Porsche is a Porsche,
Yes. Okay,
know,
you want us to
pricing-
comment more?
Yeah.
Last rear-wheel drive hatchback buy, collectible. One of those modern cars where you get a handbrake lever.
Yeah.
Modern infotainment system, modern keyless entry, blah blah. A handbrake inside. You can play with your car when it rains. Fantastic.
And also the aftermarket for this kind of cars are very high. I mean, like all your interior bits in there, the infotainment, the screen, all that can be done up. So yeah, whatever it was in 2016, you can make it 221 easily.
I saw something, guys. E65. Wow.
Are you talking about the 7 Series?
Yeah, that 7 Series, the one with the droopy eyes. Right?
I mean, no. No.
Hey, Con. Last few weeks we were talking about the E65. We were like how ugly it is, right? Then our friend, we have a friend that owns one, and he texted me, "Oi, stop dissing my 7 Series." Damn funny. All right. Wow, still here, Peter. You really Ayo.
Thank you, man, for joining us.
Okay, enough. Let's
Hey,
let's
Peter, you don't like us, we still highlight your comment. You are so lucky, way.
yeah, man.
Mm.
Hey, come, let's talk to people who actually need advice.
Yeah.
Like, is 2 years worth a 40K price differential for a GT86?
Wow, really? Yeah.
Get the
Are you serious?
2012. Save the 40K. Get the 2012 because this is the car you buy, you mod, you do all kinds of things with it, right? No point buying a 2-year newer car for 40,000 more.
Yeah.
40,000,
If it's
spend
a-
it on your mods, right?
Mm.
Spend it
If
on
it's-
modifying your car.
Yeah, if it's
Mm.
like a 10K difference, maybe justifiable, lah, but 40,
Yeah.
no.
30%, man. One third difference. Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
40K, no, 50% more. Almost 50%
Yeah.
more. Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, no point lah. No
Oh my
point.
god. Oh my god.
All
oh my
right.
god, oh my god.
Okay, this one buy. 220i. Buy.
Mm.
Fantastic car.
Frederick, any first contact
Uh,
recommendation for average Joe?
What's your reason in pursuing a Conti?
Yeah.
All right. Below 70K. VWs is a very good entry into Conti feeling cars. You want cars
Right.
that feel like Contis, right? You go into a VW, right? Yeah.
I'd say Passat lah, Bobby. Passat,
Yeah,
I
man.
think Passat is. I think you'll have the conti feeling. It's easy to maintain, quite reliable. You can get quite new Passat for the price 70K.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Oh,
Mm.
a modern Conti that is super easy to maintain. You get the W212 E300.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
W212 E300.
And I think 212 is about that price already.
Yeah.
And
Super
70K
easy.
is you're not short of choices one for
Yes. You get a
for-
proper Conti feeling. You get a European taxi reliability, and
Yeah.
that 3-liter engine. Yes, road tax is 2,000 ringgit. I tell you, that engine is bullet freaking proof.
Yeah.
Freaking bulletproof. All right,
Yeah.
that
And-
E-class. Yeah,
And the car still looks
so
120K.
reliable. Yeah,
It still looks 120K.
super reliable. The
Yeah.
car. All right.
Okay, Jeremy Gunn. He's asked this a couple of times. A45 versus RS3. I don't know, man. I look at the RS3, the new
See,
RS3.
that's the thing, right? That's the thing, right, Con? Is the first okay? Everyone who asks this question, I will always answer RS3 because of the engine, that crazy engine, right?
Yeah.
And A45 is faster, yes, versus a lot of RS3, right? But when you go into modification, right, the A45 cannot touch RS3. It cannot touch. When there are so many A45 owners out there when they try to stage 2, stage 3, whatnot, right? If you like to mod your cars, right, you cannot touch RS3. That engine can go up to 700 horsepower, 800 horsepower. It's a crazy little engine. But this new RS3 is so ugly to my eyes. I just cannot. This new one.
Yeah. Right. Right.
But it catches the attention of so many people, and they all want to buy it. That's the funny thing.
I mean,
Tana, have you seen the new RS3?
you make
Yeah,
a valid
yeah.
point with regards to the 5-cylinder engine, but when you look at the car, oh my god, it's like you
Yeah,
are
Pastor, you show the green one, the official color.
how do I demod this car?
It's like,
honestly,
oh
for
my god.
the price for the engine, I'll go buy a TTRS lah.
Oh, the TTRS.
Same engine, basically RS3. Why not? All the money spent. I mean, it's like RS3 is nice, but the thing is this, like, I mean, this is what I understand about it. Okay, the concept of RS3 and A45 is like it's a normal day car but looks sporty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, sir, you spend all this money, and to me, the money is a lot of money. You want to show off, and I think you want to show off, go all out TTRS, show off. It's just a proper sporty car. Exactly.
Yeah,
TTRS lah, bro. I mean, Why
I mean,
RS3?
wow, the way this is totally goes against what I feel
Yeah.
the RS3 should stand for.
To be correct.
But you know what, Con? This car lured so many the A45 crowd.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah. Those segment who likes these cars, they like it. Okay, Tana, I'm someone who would pick a TTRS over. No, I would pick a RS3 over a TTRS because the RS3 has that sleeper essence to it, Whereas the
Yeah.
TTRS is like I want a 911,
Yeah.
yeah,
you
but
know.
true. I
This
guess
RS3 will
it's
wake you up from your sleep.
like anybody who's buying an RS3 in Malaysia. This is the context over here.
Yeah.
If you're buying in Malaysia,
Yeah.
and this is your sleeper car, what's your show-off car? I mean, I put this way, like, I'll be like, no, honestly, guys, you're buying RS3 in Malaysia, and
Yes.
this is my sleeper car, bro. What are you flexing on? Like, are you flexing on a Lamborghini? If you're a Lamborghini and it's your sleeper car, by all means.
Mm.
But if this is your main car, this is your car, I'm like,
Mm.
why do you want to be sleeper? For what?
Wow, if I have a
That's my mentality.
TTRS sedan, I would put a 1.4 TSI at the back, mod
Ah.
back 16-inch wheels, and then then visit Mike Yap or Tana with the DNA tuning until stage 3, mod everything. This car is a lot of 0 to 400 drag race records are held by modern RS3s or TTRS. They are fast with these cars are fast.
Yeah. My mind
All
can't
right.
compute sleeper cars lah. That's all.
This is not sleeper, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
not how do you call a sleeper car? Bobby says sleeper.
Exactly.
Bobby, you know
The
this car?
design.
Okay,
Tak boleh
RS3.
lah, this one.
What do you want to do? 4-door sedan,
Yeah. But a lot of people like it. A lot of people love this design, and they're buying the green color as well. It's yeah. All right, last question. Okay, I'll make this the last question. Promise. Last question. Last interesting question. Then we'll end the day. DS5 or CT200H?
Well, the CT200H will be a familiar place if you're coming from a Myvi lah.
Less space though.
Yeah.
Less space. You're upgrading the brand. You're downgrading the space.
Yeah. You are buying a Prius with a Lexus badge.
I think this is for the first time between a Citroen and a Lexus. The answer may veer towards the Citroen more than
Actually,
because if the CT200H has Qi Yang, you are epic, bro. Like that also you can find how odd is this duo? This duo, okay, I don't know, Tana. For me, the CT200H is a hybrid, so that also means that day will come lah, and before the day come, your car will be perfectly reliable. And the Citroen is that day won't come, but you have smaller visits to the workshop more often lah.
The CT200H, right, is I think the only 20 is the lowest priced 2012 or 2013 Lexus.
The resale value is horrible, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the resale value is horrible. All right. Any other questions you want to pick?
I want to ask Frederick question for Bro Tana.
Okay.
Passat, I think it's just right now the fixes are getting cheaper and cheaper day by day. All mechanics can do it. 1,000 plus, 1,008, 2K, gearbox is fixed, mechatronic. And there are a lot of what I call non-crazy drivers out there who are driving the car for normal use. So you can get good cars out there if you look around. Don't be scared. Do a PPI with our Evo Club warranty and the GMR and all that. You'll be fine. It's a perfectly reliable car to get.
If you are buying a Passat and you see one of the previous owner is Felix Tay, don't buy. Yeah, or Sri for that matter.
I want to say, but I want to be quiet about it. But there were certain drivers of Passat. If you see their car, they happen to go to like track day, whatever. Then like, okay lah, just check out Facebook. You know, guys, don't call me.
If
Like,
if you see the previous owner was Mike Yap, okay, bye.
No, you
Ah.
see the previous owner, right, has a Volkswagen Club Malaysia sticker there, right? You're like,
oh my god! Gonna get so much it.
All right. Yeah, you better buy a Passat where it's not owned by one of the members. They love their track days.
But said that, I think the given how much they test the car out, it's quite impressive how good it is. Like, you know that not
Yeah.
all of them crash. You know.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
I love the guys from Volkswagen Club, you know, but they you if you're watching, you know, I know, huh?
We know you love your cars, let's put it that way.
But they take care of their cars, lah, huh?
Yeah.
Put it that way also,
Yeah.
lah. Huh? They really
Yeah.
take care of their cars. All right. So yeah. I think I offended more than Peter alone tonight.
But I think also is that moment there's an issue with the gearbox or anything with the VW, you can't hide it. That's one thing you might understand. Unlike other cars, you can hide it. You can't hide the problems there. When you go for proper PPI, you will find the errors. It'll be there.
Yeah.
You know, you can check.
Yeah.
So it's not so bad, lah. You know? Buy it, lah, bro.
Yes.
It's an awesome value for me. You know, 70k.
Yeah.
2016, 70k Passat. What more can you ask for?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Shall we end the day, or you all
Yes.
still want a lot of question coming? You won't end, right?
What and 211 E60. I love both.
E60 is nicer to drive, but I think 211 is the safer bet lah, depending on what you like.
211 is which one, Con?
The big small eye, but the second big small eye, the second 4i one.
Oh, the very rounded
Man
one.
Man in Black.
Oh, okay. I'll get the
The second
E60.
4i one. They're quite okay lah.
I'll get the E60. I'll get the E60.
That 211 is a bit. The drive is a bit. Like uncle a bit, you know.
Yeah. E60 for me lah. All right. Anything else, or should we call today and end? Thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey Tana, I miss driving with you lah.
Oh yeah, I'm aiming for next Sunday, Bobby. I will. Sorry,
Which
Saturday,
car?
Sunday. The Porsche Boxster is what I'm aiming for. The Boxster is coming out this weekend. It's going to come out this weekend. Update. I already called a guy for rims for the Porsche. I'm trying to get it tomorrow. If I can buy it tomorrow, get it done up, then I can come. You know. So yeah, rims. Anybody with cheap Porsche rims, please let me know. I'm looking for rims also.
I hope my Beamer is out for this weekend's drive. I really hope.
Oh,
Yeah, man. I want to see my car. I cannot
fine.
every Saturday, Sunday. Wow, I'm starting to get bored of my Vito. Every day same sound.
no problem.
No problem.
I'm bored with the sound of V12, so I want to half the cylinders.
I want to. No, bro, I want to open my top.
Yeah.
Chill and let the wind caress my face. I miss drop top driving. I really miss drop top driving.
It's coming back soon, bro. It's coming back. Hang in there.
Hey, Hasbullah is here, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bila naik KL, kita buat video lah. Hey, we should.
Ataupun kita jemput you masuk live kita.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Next week on Has.
No, I'm not gonna scratch the car anymore. All right, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and and I won't be able to keep up with a 458 specially. So you saw my video or not? You saw my short video or not? Gone that day. I put the phone down to Jeffrey's car, right? His Palace Sport Cup 2, right? Tap out all the stones around his tire. And then, and then on my car, nothing one. Then I was like, this is rich man's tire. You know, they can take away the stones. You know, my one poor man one, nothing on my tire, clean one. That's the difference between a Cup 2 tire and your normal PS4S.
Yeah.
Huge difference. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Tana. Thank you, Con.
Yeah.
Good night.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Take care, guys, and stay safe.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Peter, if you're still watching, go release it. All right. Okay. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We'll be right back.